Oh, God. That was an annoying process getting this to work.
But we got it.
So I wanted to show you guys something. But
While you're doing that, I want to talk about a few psychopaths that fucking like irgs me. It gets me so mad whenever I see this.
Wait.
Hold on.
I finally saw The Room.
Dude.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Have you seen it?
Where did you see it?
In that group text when we all went and watched it. Well, not we all. It was only two of us. I thought I had seen it, but turns out I never saw it before.
I never got the invite.
Dude, it's so shitty.
I would have gone.
Did you see the?
I've seen everything.
But did you see when the Golden Globes?
But he was wearing sunglasses inside. I heard about that.
And like 7 chain wallets, and he went to go grab the mic from James Franco, and he was like, no, whoa. He's like, and then he stood back like he just won a wrestling match, and like put his arms in the air while Franco gave his like thank you speech.
That's awesome. I did not see that. I didn't get a chance to watch the Golden Globes. However, I did hear about it, and I heard it was good.
It was good. But that movie is so shitty. I feel like we should watch it and do one of these just because I couldn't stop talking during the whole thing and yelling, and we were just laughing.
It's so good.
I Googled a bunch of shit afterwards because I was curious, and I saw one because I wanted to know why it was called The Room. I wanted to know how much it cost. I was so
The Room is
curious.
like his like safe place. It's like
well, he gave like 5 different answers for it. He's like some strange fucking enigma. But
no.
He really is.
There was a Reddit comment that said Tommy Wiseau is like a bunch of geckos in a skin suit trying to be a person. And I laughed so hard because it's pretty true.
It's very accurate.
He's a very weird human being.
I have to wear this hat.
He's an alien.
I have to wear this hat to keep this headphone in on this one ear.
Oh no!
Because I have one weird ear and one
Your
normal
cute
ear.
purple headphones.
Okay, really quickly, can we talk about these psychopaths, or are you going to show us the thing first?
What psychopaths? No, I couldn't. My computer didn't work.
Okay,
it's been a good day.
It's a good computer day.
It's been a good computer day.
So really quickly, a few different psychopaths that I encounter like on an everyday basis at work. They're both in the bathroom, and it's really frustrating.
Ugh. It's never you want to meet somebody.
Well, so there's
not a psychopath.
So,
oh my god, the psychopath made you sick.
So there's 3 adult urinals in the bathroom.
Okay.
Do you use all 3?
This person, no one's at 1 or 3, but they go to the middle one. They go to the 2 one.
That's insane.
You always go to the wall.
What the fuck are you?
That's insanity. The wall.
Fucking.
They want to be close to somebody. Maybe they work in a cubicle and they don't get a lot of action all day.
I looked into this guy a little bit more because I was like, what the fuck is this guy's name?
Research him?
I had to research him because I was like, what the fuck is this guy's name?
The
Brian.
middle peer.
His name is Brian, and he's like one of those.
Y?
No,
I bet he does.
It's just Brian.
2 silent Z's.
But he's like one of those guys who like is super old. Not super old. He's like 49 probably.
Super old.
Not super old, but like you think the picture this type of person.
He's gonna die.
49.
Soon.
Probably lives by like this in my head. This is the whole person I made up in my head.
I bet he owns a reptile.
Lives by himself. Either owns a reptile,
spider,
or
arachnid.
Like 2 cats.
My tarantula Fred.
And like
bikes to work, obviously.
No, he doesn't bike to work. He's too petrified of the road.
The sidewalk biker.
Dude, it's the kind of person I see, and I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking Brian. Anyways, that's the first person. The second person I see all the time, and it frustrates me so much, when people bring open beverage containers into public urinals.
Ew.
Not public
I thought
bathrooms,
you meant like a cup from home? Or like an Aquafina bottle with no cover?
Either one.
Yeah, you get fecal matter.
Someone will bring
poo-poo dust
like a cup of water full, put it on the counter, and then go to the bathroom, and then come back it's still in the bathroom. What?
What about people that bring cups from home in the car with them when they go places? That drives me bananas.
That drives me crazy only because
put it in
just put it in a fucking thermos.
Drink it before you leave.
People are crazy.
You have to hydrate before you go to CVS?
Dude.
I don't know. Silly.
You gotta bring the coffee mug with you while you're going to get coffee. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I get if it's in a fucking thermos or something.
No, people are bringing it in like a mug.
Yeah, in a cup. It's stupid.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm sure. If it's a beer, it's a different story. That's okay.
My uncle one time, he rented a car, but he like poured a soda and then walked out the door with the soda and like got into his car.
Wait.
He poured it into like a glass.
Yeah.
With ice.
Just went in the car.
Like
you don't need it. You don't need it that bad. Yeah, always jingling.
Just fucking jingling with the ice. I'm like, what are you doing?
You don't need it that bad.
You don't. Yeah, just don't
Is it-
pour it right then. Like,
Depends if you're hungover. Sometimes a nice soda and a cold
A
glass
sip.
with ice.
I can have a sip of Coke Zero when I'm hungover. We used to be hungover. We'd go to the store and buy like a bunch of soda, have literally a sip, be like, I don't want this anymore. I don't know. It just tastes good.
was it the
We're-
Did you go to the convenience? Did you ever go to the convenience store?
that funny? You already laughing?
There was a convenience store off Galen, on Galen Street, and there was like carpeting inside. Is that what it was? Or there's a pizza
Ew.
place? The pizza place next
Oh,
door to
yeah,
that convenience
yeah,
store.
In
I-
Athens? Was it
You
Athens? Right.
you can't trust any restaurant that has carpet where there's gonna be food
But I kind of like it though,
or a bar.
because you know how old that shit is. Like it's like super old.
I feel like you can smell it. You can't, but I feel like you can smell it the second you walk into it.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, but what if someone drops like a chili dog and like we're just gonna shampoo it? It's a thin rug.
Places have chili dogs. I
Well,
want to go
fine,
there.
fucking
Well, I want to go there. That's what I'm
fries. Oh, like fries with like cheese sauce.
wondering.
It's fucking gross.
Sounds pretty good.
It's gonna stain that rug. They're not gonna clean it.
Dude, who was your Rob? Was that your upstairs neighbor?
Yeah.
He one time, I remember seeing this happen.
Yeah. I remember this.
He walked into that pizza place, grabbed a bag of chips, and he just bought a bag of chips from the pizza place, and that was it.
And then went home.
Why would you even do that?
He really wanted chips.
There's a convenience store next door.
It's feeling
Why don't you just go to the
salty.
convenience store?
He needed chips.
But why did you go to the pizza? Why, it's just crazy that he
Maybe
goes
he
to the
likes
pizza
to
place.
Maybe he was
patronize the
racist.
pizza place.
It's possible.
Maybe
yeah,
he was a
it's-
racist.
Usually,
I
pizza
think
shop
he was.
owners are a little less ethnic than the convenience stores.
I don't know, dude. It was just really weird that he would do that. Anyways,
Can't trust them because of it.
two guys and a guy. Welcome to our show.
Do you guys have any dope
Two
New Year's
dudes and a
resolutions?
dude.
My New Year's resolution.
New Year,
is
new
to-
me. Eat
is
more Taco
to-
Bell.
I had Taco Bell today for
Eat
dinner.
more Wendy's.
Oh, wow.
I ran by Taco Bell on the way here, so that's perfect. No, I
Yeah.
don't fucking bother with resolutions
Yeah, it's
because
stupid.
because
It's
Why
silly.
even do it?
New year, new me.
why? Why
I'm
not just
gonna
make?
get
Why not
more
just,
into yoga this year, twice a week.
why not just be your best self every day?
That's a poster. Put it right here. Be your best self. With a
No,
picture
really,
of you, maybe in like I don't know,
I'm
jean
wearing a
shorts,
bikini.
jean shorts of sorts.
Just I'm wearing a bikini top. That's it. My dong.
That's
is
all
out.
you need.
Yeah.
Just hanging down.
Hanging down
Um,
with a bikini top on. But
He-
like, I don't know. The resolutions are silly. Just,
Yeah, no, they're
just
dumb.
fucking do your best. It doesn't matter.
Be your best self always.
That's what I always.
Have
That's
you?
right,
I feel like you have. Have you dove into The Punisher yet on Netflix?
I did. I watched it in a night and a half.
Yeah. So you liked it?
Yeah, it was
Oh
good.
God,
It was
he's so good.
good
Have you
stuff.
watched The Punisher?
I saw the first episode,
Oh my God, I watched it.
and then I haven't had a chance to actually pick it up after that.
I finished it all. I watched it all this week, but I was not only late for work today, but I watched it on the way to work because
Not dangerous.
I
not
was
dangerous
like,
at all.
I had like 15 minutes, and I was like, shit, and there was like 5 minutes left in the finale. So I was like, I can't leave with 5 minutes left, and I was like, I got an idea. But by the time I like set it up in my car and like got like Netflix going, it was like he had like 3 lines left,
Right.
and that was it. And I was like, I almost died for this. Fucking good show though.
I want to watch it. Actually, no. I watched another episode after that. There's like the guy, like Microchip. Is that his name?
Micro, yeah.
Mike.
Microchip.
Yeah, Microchip, and
It's like
he's
someone's
like
grandma.
he's like in the he's like
That's a microchip.
Microchip.
he's like in
Yeah,
the diner.
Nana.
And it's like, hey hipster, you
Yeah.
got some food for you or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, no, that was a microchip. That was a microchip called him, and he was also he's not a hipster at all. The
Yeah,
the
totally
Punisher
not,
guy,
dude.
No, but I mean, he had your haircut and he was just like you. So
Yeah. How dare you? What? Fuck, what was I going to say?
balls. you gonna
Punisher. Oh, I didn't like it at first because I hated the actor. Cause when he was in Walking Dead, he was a fucking prick.
He was a prick.
So you can't help but differentiate. But
It's
after you
tough.
watch for a
It's
little bit,
tough
you're
to
like,
do
oh,
that, yeah.
that's cool. It's all good.
He was in Daredevil. Did you see the Daredevil show?
The one on Netflix?
Yeah,
He was.
yeah, he was. He was on like
I never
season
watched
2.
it. I watched.
I watched
a couple
the
episodes of
first.
the first
Also,
season,
the
like,
chick
went to-
that was in Daredevil, like the receptionist, is also the. Oh, you didn't see it. The journalist,
journalist,
in.
yeah.
No, Daredevil. I saw.
Yeah, the blonde chick, the
She's in that-
receptionist.
yeah,
she's also
like,
in
cameo. Yeah,
She's in
yeah.
the Punisher for like 5 like she's pretty good role, pretty big role.
Dude, she looks just like another girl.
She's
that
like somebody, right?
She looks just like.
Every time I see him, like, oh, that girl from that thing. Then I look it up and it's not.
I
who
gotta
I'm
show you
thinking
this
of.
girl like who
Oh, in real life?
in real life, and I'm like, it looks just like this girl. Like they're exactly the same. Do you want to start that? Or do you want to wait and kind of like have that later for like later on?
What, the Reptar bar?
Yeah, I brought a Reptar bar in. You can get them at FYE only.
Wait, you were serious about that?
Yeah, literally. Like you can only
FYE
get it-
still a thing?
Yeah, I went to the Pheasant Lane Mall for that.
Is this all they sell? Is
Reptar
Reptar
bars,
bars
that's
and they buy your DVDs back from you?
Instant
Basically.
CDs and after bars.
But I went
Tear
to the
open,
mall.
chomp, roar like. Oh, you have to roar like Reptar when you eat it. It says.
How does he roll?
That's how
I honestly thought you like found this from your childhood. Or
No, I
something.
literally went out and bought that specifically for
Reptar
which is
bar.
fun because it'd be fun.
Is it actual chocolate? Green frosting filled milk chocolate.
And it turns your tongue green. Apparently,
It's beautiful.
I always just liked how like it turned your tongue green in the show, and I was excited about that. Anyways, let's do that later on.
I just want to keep talking about the room. I got so excited about it.
Well, we have like kind of not like a schedule. We kind of have like a thing that we're doing here.
Yeah, we have plans. Sorry, I mentioned the room, and I keep hearing Wiseau's voice, and I'm just horny for it. But we do have a schedule.
We have like a whole thing planned for today.
We have a whole thing planned.
I think I should go first because mine is the shortest.
Oh, good.
How do you know yours is yours?
Yeah, you don't know what we
I
have.
guarantee mine is the shortest.
I'm grossly
Actually,
unprepared.
actually, he has a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I did not fill a whole page like I thought I did.
No. What have I done?
All right, you win. You win.
Like, all right, so you have like 4 lines of paper.
George just
Well,
wrote the
mine
same
is a lot of
for
it's up
that.
here.
You have like 1 sheet, and I have about 7 pages of printed.
Well,
Maybe I'll go last or
yeah. Yours might need to be a 2 episode.
something. Maybe.
Yeah, so
I can go through it pretty fast. I was balls deep in it when I was a kid. After doing this research for the past 2 days and watching The Punisher, I'm all fucked up in the head. I had an actual thought today when I was at work. The thought came in my head, and it was, I hope this room isn't bugged. And I was like, why the fuck?
Well, your thing is probably what is no, actually
I don't want to say it.
I don't want you to tell me yet. Actually,
All
never
right,
mind.
so
mine,
give us yours, and then are we gonna play like skeptical?
mine is like
devil's advocate.
well, you can do that, or you can just listen and shut your
No, I
mouth.
know that, dude. I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna yell at you.
Not every false.
Wrong.
No, because mine is like hi. So mine is like, no pun intended. It's kind of like just half baked, but also kind of not at the same time.
Pun. There's a clue there.
So mine is I'm just gonna tell you guys. It's about big pharma,
Okay.
but also about marijuana.
Big fun.
Those who know me, I don't even smoke that much. I just
don't think any of us do in here.
I don't really I don't really drink either. Like I just kind of hang out. I'm not really a huge fan of like, not anyway. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, so mine is kind of like the origins of marijuana illegalization.
Yeah, why
That's
it's
first.
why it's illegal and shunned.
First, and then it kind of transforms into like big pharma and like what is going on there kind of at the same time.
Yeah,
I get it.
So, originally, Howard Hughes. Have you guys seen Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
The person Citizen Kane is based off of Howard
Rosebud.
Hughes. Rosebud.
3 boobless hours.
So Rosebud. Howard Hughes, in real life, had a bunch of newspaper companies. Those newspaper companies also, they didn't make their own paper, but he like got paper. He had his own paper plants.
Yep.
And used like paper plant as in like factories,
Not trees.
not like. Well, he had probably I don't know. He probably had forests too. I don't know, but so yeah, he wanted to keep using his own stuff because his own factories for the newspapers because you use your own profits. You just keep making it's basically like that Aziz Ansari joke where like Diddy's in the store, like in the restaurant, and orders a Ciroc. He's just putting money in his own pocket, basically. Like that's what Howard Hughes was doing. However, once marijuana started becoming kind of like a thing,
reference.
right? Right.
I thought you were going for the 50 Cent. Was it mango?
No, it's that's grapefruit. Grapefruit.
I know grape. No banana fruit. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
Orange
fruit.
Carrot vegetable. So once he found out about like hemp and how hemp is so much more affordable, so much more sustainable, everything about hemp is much better than paper, and you can make paper out of hemp as well. He did not like that idea, so he was like, we're making this illegal. He had a lot of friends who were
run him out of business.
They were going to run him out of business. He didn't like that at all. So he had a lot of friends in government, and were like, hey, we're going to make this fucking illegal. So they spread a lot of propaganda about how a lot of Mexicans coming across the border would use marijuana, which is what made it like the devil, like they made it like, super bad and made it like, reefer madness, illegal. Things like that kind of out there. And yeah, so that's what made it originally illegal in the first place.
Yeah, which is so fucking stupid.
It's fucking crazy. Like, anyways,
And now it's been illegal forever.
It's been illegal. It's
no
slowly coming back.
Yeah.
But now
It's legal here now, right?
it's legal
Yeah.
here.
They haven't started.
They haven't started dispensaries.
They
but
haven't started.
apparently there's,
aside from this place
something's
that's
happening, I
shares
guess.
a wall with us.
However, now big pharma and alcohol are like fucking marijuana. No way, dude.
We'll run them out of business.
They're gonna run
Who was it?
a ton of things out of business. It's gonna be so right now,
Oh, there's the paper.
the reason I wanted to bring big pharma into this, I'm not gonna talk about alcohol because like
It's
everyone knows like it's whatever, like
Delicious.
it's super. I mean, but in reality, it's like not safe for you at all.
Oh no, it's
Way
way more
you're
dangerous
literally
than
putting
anything
poison into your body.
Alcohol?
Yeah, but it's such good poison.
I'm just saying. It's like you're putting poison into your body.
Yeah.
You obviously take those risks. You're putting when you put sugar into your body, the same thing.
Like this Reptar bar.
Dude, fucking Reptar, yeah. No, but so we're talking about. Let's talk about pharmacy companies. They don't care about making you better. They only care about making you like sustained. So you have to keep taking the medication.
Right.
So if you get better,
What's the point?
you stop taking it. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of getting So, I watched a few different things about this, and obviously there's a huge drug problem in like Cape Cod and like
Yeah, which is so weird to me.
dude, right? I know.
That Cape Cod, like that's the place where
Well, because it's nothing else to do there.
kids.
There's nothing
Yeah,
else
the
to do there
winter
but
time,
drink.
everything's
Well, you got
closed, so
you
it's-
got.
And, like
Didn't you get robbed or jacked up? Not jacked off. Jacked up by.
No, we were at a wedding, and the female side of the wedding party, they were in a house, and like the house was across the street from a motel, like a sketchy ass motel. And
No way.
and the night before the wedding, they all went out, and they came back from going out from dinner and stuff like that, and everything was taken out of the house. Like it was just stripped away.
Did they say
Holy
that like
shit.
across the street was like known for that? Known for like the junk? Yeah.
So it was kind of like, you could have told us before, and
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, right. Could have told us
Dude.
before we got all our shit stolen.
That's fucking.
They came in
crazy.
our fucking cabin.
Dude.
But yeah, it's so weird that that's what's
That's
what's going on.
But
And
it's
there was-
also not
wasn't
happening
like
just
a-
there. It's happening fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Wasn't there an HBO documentary just about the Cape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the Cape in Florida when we were kids, in like New Hampshire, but like it's like
But also all those places because there's
that's
nothing else to
paradise.
do.
That's where you go when
There's
like
nothing
you want to
el-
go on vacation.
But there's nothing else to do but like substance
But do
abuse,
that
like
shit, yeah.
like alcohol and like what
Drink.
else?
Just fucking
Like
drink.
when it's not summertime and it's not tourist season.
Yeah.
What do people do on the
So
Cape?
weird.
Shoobies.
It's so weird. Like yeah, you work there, like your job. What'd you say?
Shoobies.
Shoobies. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Um,
Your face looked like you were doing this, like you gonna.
prior to that, in the HBO documentary, one of the girls obviously went to high school with my wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
She's
It's
from.
obvious.
She's from Woburn though.
No, Arlington.
Arlington. Shoot.
Arlington,
Okay.
yeah.
So weird. But
But yeah. So with OxyContin, 80% of their sales went down when they changed formulas to like no longer be like the crushable kind. You can't
Yeah.
like crush it or snort it
Mhm.
or like cook it in like a spoon or whatever. Like
suppository.
yeah. So like if you think about it that way, how addicting is it? Like it's just one of the most addicting things ever.
Yep.
Literally.
Oh, see? Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Like
And they would prescribe it to 18-year-olds with
Anybody.
hockey injuries.
Anybody.
You know, and be like,
everybody.
Here, have all the amazing pills that you want, and then
Yeah.
2 years later, no more pills for you. And
Dude.
what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
Oh, I guess I'll just go find
I guess I'll
someone
just
else.
find
And they
heroin.
Find heroin because
Like-
it's cheaper than OC.
Yeah. Unless you like have a prescription, it's cheaper.
Yeah, unless you're a prescription, it's cheaper. Mike, does your butt hurt?
My butt hurts so bad.
You want to use this stool?
No, I'm going to be standing.
Did you forget your chair, or you just
I,
want to get a hurt butt?
I want to hurt butt.
Can you?
I think it'll be okay. Does it sound good to everyone?
I mean, we could switch. You want to
No.
sit in this chair?
Not
It's very squeaky.
Not, I'm going to stand.
Boom.
You sure you want to stand the whole time?
Yeah.
God.
You want to sit down my seat for a little
No,
bit?
You wanna stand in his
I'm
lap?
going to stand sometime. I'm going to
Oh, he's a little cat.
Captain Morgan it for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm looking right down Main Street right now.
Fly up.
It is a
Fly up.
good view.
I can't tell.
Oh.
My fly is always down.
Oh wait, what was the? Fuck, what was the hilarious joke? Again, back to the room. Fuck, I'll think about it. I don't want to butcher it.
Two's fun. Three is a crowd.
When like his flies down, Was that the room? Never mind.
I
Fucking
don't
keep
remember if that was a
going.
room or not.
There was like an acronym, and it was like
Oh, it was like XYZPDQ,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, XY. She's like, oh, I can't remember. She's like, oh my god, XYZ, and he's like, what? She's like, examine your zipper.
Yeah.
And he looks down. He's like, it's fly. What's that? Dude, I laughed so hard.
It's so bad.
XYZ, Tom. Huh?
That movie's so killer,
It's so good.
dude.
Mike, you have
I
to
can't believe
see
you've
it.
never seen it till that time. Like, till
Yeah,
then.
I don't want to spoil it and like give it away,
Well,
but
no, I mean,
everything is.
I'd love to see it.
Have you
I
never
saw-
seen
It's
it?
just hard to get.
I-
It's hard to
It was on YouTube. Wherever we saw it was YouTube.
All right, and then I'll
It was
find it on
YouTube HD, but I had seen it a long time ago, but it was at a party and it was on mute,
Oh,
so
then
you can't
perfect.
really.
You can't-
so when I
yeah.
saw it, like sat there and actually watched it, I was like, this is 1,000,000 times better than anything I can imagine.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, but go on, Georgie boy.
One thing that fuck, hold on, I gotta put my notes up.
Note.
Yeah, singular.
So it's really like interesting how like all the side effects that like that medicines have, quote medicines, prescriptions have. Like a lot of these companies will have like one medication that causes like anxiety, but then that same company will also have anti-anxiety medication. So they kind of just like they're always just there and they're always
Yeah.
just getting shit. Like they're always just making money, and they depend on people to stay. Like if you weren't taking that first medication, you wouldn't have needed the rest of them. And if they don't give a shit about how
Yeah,
healthy
it's
you
just
are.
Snowballs.
It literally is just, we need your money, and they don't give a shit about anything else other than like that.
Right.
No, they'll throw shit at you until
Mhm.
you're happy for a little bit, and they wait until it goes bad and throw more shit at you.
Mm-hmm. One company, I can't remember what it was. One of their side effects was impotence for
Yeah.
their
Who
medication.
needs boners?
But
was
they also are the same company that
Prescribes
invented Viagra.
ED meds? So they just
So
like
they just are like, fuck it, we're doing this too.
constantly feeding themselves more patients.
You just give it, like, you have one thing wrong with you, you end up leaving the doctor's office with like 10 prescriptions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like one thing will cause this, which causes
Yeah.
this, and like it's just a pain
it's
in
so
the ass.
shitty.
It's fucking crazy.
And I know there's a crazy stat, like the percentage of Americans that are actually on like prescribed drugs like that.
It's crazy. It's so
Not
many.
saying like vitamins or supplements
Dude,
or
it's,
like
it's so
ibuprofen,
crazy.
but like even that's shitty for you. But like people that are on prescribed
Mhm.
meds, it's crazy.
It's insane.
Anti-anxiety or
Dude,
whatever.
It's so high. My last like part of it is the government, like all the lobbyists, you know, like how they
Yeah.
have lobbyists.
Yep.
Pharmaceutical companies will pay lobbyists to like go out there and be like, yeah, make sure this drug is still out there and you can, you know, it's for everybody, like they can take it and everything. They ended up paying like almost $500,000 per congressman to have their medications like stay
Yeah,
legal.
basically
and-
drug peddle.
Yeah, literally, it's basically just legal form of drug peddling
Yeah,
because the government states that it's legal with a prescription, but if you don't have a prescription, it's totally illegal.
then it's illegal. Yeah,
Which is like you need one piece of paper. That's
That's
literally
how
it.
bogus that is.
It's fucking
I
crazy,
never actually thought of that.
right?
If I
Like,
give it to you, it's okay. But if you get it from that guy,
yeah,
I'm locking you up, motherfucker.
Right,
You have to
exactly.
give me money.
that's what I'm saying.
And then you think like what it's America and New Zealand are the only two countries that are allowed to advertise meds
But
Oh,
that was
really?
like that's like fairly new.
in the
It
world.
crazy.
came out like really recent,
Like America and New Zealand are the
Really
only two countries
recently.
in the world that advertise
That
medicine.
advertise meds,
and
like
like
prescription, like shit like that. Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
think about how often you see a commercial
Oh, yeah.
for prescriptions
you,
All the time.
all the fucking time.
So go. You're sad. Look at this clown. He makes you happy. Go to your doctor. Get the clown
Yeah,
medicine.
get the clown medicine.
It's
But like no, but look at other countries. They don't have the same drug problems we do.
no.
But because we advertise all the time,
Mhm.
we fucking see it, and it's ingrained in us. And they're gonna just
Yeah.
rattle off like things like, "Are you sad? Are you hungry? Are you tired? Are you full?" Well, they're gonna name something that you.
I'm all
have.
those things.
They're gonna name something that
I'm
you have,
hungry and
and you're
full.
gonna want the medication,
Yeah,
and you're gonna request the
it's gonna
fucking
give you
expensive
the
one.
one that you see. Yeah, and it's gonna give you because I mean you assume it's gonna work the best, and it gives you a side effect, and they give you med for that side effect, and that makes you shit
Yeah.
your pants and have
It's just a
an
mess. It's
oily
a whole
discharge,
fucking
and you just set out for that. And
dude.
then-
It's a
and
whole
you're on 12 different things.
circle, and
This
it's a whole
podcast is
cycle.
brought to you by Pfizer's Fistful of Pills. Enjoy.
That's
No,
why they make those Sunday, Monday, Tuesday big things of pill capsules. You
Yeah.
can put all your. I mean, I have one of those for vitamins, but
I do not have one of those.
and but you can put all your fucking prescription drugs in there. Just put in 10 oxys a day.
I think
Never
I
forget.
I take a multivitamin.
One multi-V.
I take 2. It's 2 per serving.
One of the pills I take is like has right angles on it, and it pisses me off so much. Why would you make a pill that's rigid,
Just shave it down.
dude? And it like it's like a whole. It's like to get it down. It's like a whole fucking
It's like
thing.
an everlasting gobstopper. Just
And it's like it's not it's not coated. So the longer it sits in your tongue, it's
It's
it's spirulina. So it's like a green. It fucking tastes like shit. But the longer it sits on your tongue, the more you taste it. It's rigid, so it just like, dude, it's terrible.
Anyway, that's my whole.
That's the real conspiracy.
That's my whole conspiracy.
right angles
on
on
how-
pills that I eat.
And okay, so let's go back to marijuana. CBD
Mama
is a totally like
Magical.
non-psychoactive like part of marijuana, and it's awesome for you. It like relieves your anxiety. It like works
Helps
wonders
with
for people who
inflammation,
have
pain,
dude. It's
arthritis,
fucking awesome. It's literally like one of the best things.
joint
Like,
pain, fucking
seizures,
everything.
fucking helps with everything.
Yeah.
But people like the pharmaceutical companies are fighting so hard to not have that.
Yeah, because
not
that'll
have that legal.
that'll
because
fuck
put
them up.
out of
That'll put
business.
them out of business.
It like it.
Can't have that.
You put it. All you do is put it under your tongue, and like that's it. You just hang out. And that's
Yeah,
it.
there's a bunch of kinds. That you put on your skin.
Yeah, you can like put it like you can
gummies.
Yeah, well, CBD is like awesome, and I've
There's-
never tried it, but like I wanna, like I can't wait.
There's
for it to,
hundreds of success. Yeah,
I can't wait for that to be like a thing out here. Like it's so close.
This is
What-
the thing. It's right
What's
next door.
today?
Yeah,
What's today? January.
it's today's January.
In July it'll be legal. It'll be like those dispensaries will open.
Yeah, I think I heard something. I want to say it was Jesse Ventura, but I don't want to
Dude, he's
use him as a source because he's a crazy person. But
oh my god,
he was saying that he was caring for someone. Again, none of this is fucking fact checked. I just heard it. I don't know what I'm talking about. He was caring for someone that would have like dozens of seizures a day, dozens, and he was caring for her and watching her stuff like that. And she started taking CBD, and she didn't have a single seizure for months and months and months and months and months. But he had to like fight to get that. You know what I mean? Until it was legalized, then it was fine. But I think that crazy. I think he's somewhere where it's legal because he's a crazy person.
Off the grid of Mexico.
he's in
This is
Mexico.
a-
Yeah,
Oh, is
I
he
know
Mexico?
that. Yeah, he's
Jesse
off the
the
grid.
body.
He
But,
spent
like,
9 months
so-
a year down there.
Labs in like to try and like they know that marijuana is like helps you.
Yeah.
They try to recreate like the chemical like the way that it works, and so even they're like, yeah, let's do it. But they just cannot recreate it in a lab for some reason. I don't know what it is. They can't like they're trying to make like a pill form.
Yeah.
Of it, and it just doesn't quite work the same way.
Fucking, yeah.
Just grind it up and put it in a pill.
It's literally, they're just fucking mad.
So they can't figure that out. So
They'll find a way to make money off CBD and to make money off
I gotta
shit.
tell you, even if you just took marijuana and you and just if a company just boiled it down and put it into a pill,
Oh, yeah,
just
boil it.
actual marijuana, it just made it into a marijuana pill.
Mhm.
You would still corner 70% of the market because people prefer to buy a Pfizer brand pill.
yeah,
People prefer that. So I mean,
because they're used to it. They
so, I
see
mean,
it on TV.
No one wants to buy
it
off-brands.
doesn't matter that 30%
I
of the
don't even care
market
about
can,
I'll buy generic.
I buy generic all the time, but no,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the general public just want to
But
because
that's
they don't
the
think
thing.
it
I'll buy
works.
store brand shit.
I'm not
Like,
buying.
yeah.
I'm not buying Fruitos because I can have
Dude,
Fruit Loops.
sometimes the
Fruitos
satchel,
are so
the
fucking
satchel
good.
of
Oh my
like,
God.
the bag of things.
of
yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
all I'm
magical
saying is-
charm cookie, like, you
dude,
know,
yeah.
is you can still corner 70% of the market.
Yeah.
Sure, 30% is going to be growing in the
but
basement.
they want it all.
But yeah, they want it.
They don't
all.
want
They're
70.
greedy monsters.
Greedy
They want
motherfuckers.
100.
Speaking of those
More than
bags of
100.
cereal, I've always wanted to get one of those bags of cereal and pour a gallon of milk in it and just
Just eat the whole bag.
the whole
Just go
bag.
to town.
I've
That's the
always
thing
wanted
about
to do
cereal. You can eat cereal until like you explode. You don't realize you're filling yourself
Until the
up.
milk's gonna get soggy.
that. You can eat cereal
Whichever
till you
comes
don't
first.
anymore. That's basically it.
Yeah, you
Like,
eat cereal until there's no more cereal.
till there's no cereal.
That's why
like,
I don't
in
buy
the world.
boxes. I buy like the little mini boxes like you buy on vacation because if I buy a whole box, it's going to last a whole minute.
Look at the self-restraint on this guy.
I don't have any.
Dude, that's pretty good. I would buy the whole box and eat the whole box in a sitting.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
I still won't
That's
learn.
why I
Like,
buy
oh,
the little mini boxes.
I'll still be like, I should have bought that other cereal. It looked pretty good too.
I guess I should go back.
Yeah.
I,
Love cereal.
There's a chocolate frosted flake now. Fuck that.
Nah, dude, fuck that.
I want
I won't
Oreos to
fuck
come
with that.
back.
I'm a very like.
Is there a
I'll go
chocolate
with.
frosted?
I'll fuck with
What?
cinnamon cereal.
I hear they're great.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebs,
No, I won't do Fruity Pebbles.
Oreos.
I
Best
don't
fucking
like Fruity
cereal.
Nah,
Pebbles.
dude.
I'm not
You don't like
a
Fruity
Pebbles.
Pebs?
Nah, dude. Cinnabon made his cereal.
I remember that.
Fuck, it was the best cereal I've ever had in my life.
Waffle Crisp was good. That was actually really
I
good.
remember Waffle
Hurt your
Crisp.
mouth though. Tricks? Fuck out of here with Tricks.
Tricks are
Dude.
not Tricks are cereal like they're balls.
Fuck Tricks. Yeah, now they're just balls.
They were balls. They were balls in the 80s.
They were
and
balls in
90s.
like they were balls in
and then they
like.
turned to little fruits.
I like the fruits.
Oh yeah, they were little
Yeah,
fruits.
and now they're back to
Fuck
balls.
that shit. That shit was gross.
I like the
Fruit Kicks.
fruit. I like the little
They're
things.
fruit kicks.
No, they're kicks. Yeah,
Fuck Kicks too.
basically
Oh, look
kicks.
at you fucking fruit.
My mom used to always buy Tricks, and I used to eat it as a kid. And now it is.
You became an adult. You're like, fuck. I can buy stuff with.
Disgusting.
I can buy cereal with taste.
Cocoa
My
Puffs.
sister used to wake up in the morning and pour Lucky Charms and then pick the marshmallows out. So I'd go and pour Lucky Charms, and it'd just be like the fucking cardboard sticks. Dude, it's the worst.
And then they frosted those sticks.
And they frosted those
Are
sticks.
those
Yeah.
sticks frosted?
Have you-
it's since
Sick.
the 90s. They frosted
Have you
sticks.
seen how BK
Rules.
Burger King has those?
Burger thing?
Burger King has those fraps with cereal in it.
No, but
so
I
they have
wanna
like
try
Lucky
that now.
Charm frap. I was pumped, went and got it. I'm like, oh, like the marshmallows and shit.
Was it garbage?
They literally make a frap, then pour in Lucky Charms
Yeah,
out of the
that's
box,
what
and then so there's chunks of like the wood pieces in it, like the not wood,
The
whatever
kashi.
the fuck they are, like the
It's
grain.
basically kasha.
and then I went and got pretty much are. And I went and got. They have another one that I went and got. I thought it was gonna be great. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, disgusting. Because they just chop up the fucking cereal and throw it in. It's just weird.
Check it.
But yeah, it's fucking. Why would you just do the marshmallows? Do they sell just the marshmallows yet? Of Lucky Charms?
No,
No,
but I bet you
I'm
can
sure-
petition for that.
I think
God.
they probably have done a just
In the
marshmallow
Whole
box
Foods
before.
all
It's
organic
probably
aisle.
good,
Yeah.
In the good for you aisle,
They probably have that in like the little bags on the bottom shelf.
bottom shelf
Just
bags,
marshmallow only.
mallow only. I'd buy that shit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
I'd be
All right,
mad after I
Speaking
ate
of
it.
marshmallows, you guys want to try this?
Reptar bar.
Reptar bar.
Reptar bar.
Reptar bar. So
It's wrapped up like it's
It's our golden
Fucking
ticket
hard
in
to
there.
open.
Willy Wonka.
Bam.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be green.
No, the inside's green.
The inside turns your tongue green.
All right,
Come
everyone
on.
grab a square.
I was excited for green. Oh, look
Let's
at
see what
the
that looks like.
inside.
All right.
Let me get on this.
Kill all our mics when we eat. Oh yeah.
Am I green?
Yeah.
You tongue green?
Ah.
No, it's very
You gotta
green.
make the noise too.
Ah.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, green.
I didn't want chocolate on there. It looks like I have a tart in my mouth.
Kind of green.
Kind of green, not green. Kind of green.
All right, we have one more each, guys. So
I don't believe
throughout the show.
Mike hates it. That was pretty good.
my
wasn't
diabetes
bad.
is flaring up.
Your sugar,
Got the sugars.
You don't
dude.
have the, you don't have the beaties,
you know what
do you?
else?
No.
Armenian people call it sugar
yet.
too. Armenian people are like, oh, I had the sugar.
Got the sugars.
The
Yeah,
sugars? What does that mean?
we had diabetes.
Oh, it's called the sugars.
Yeah, they just call it the
Oh.
sugar.
You call it the
Well,
sugars.
they call it shakad, which is sugar. So like shakad, like I have sugar. Oh, okay, cool.
Lamajun. I have lamajun.
Same thing. All
Same
the
thing, right? Just
Alright.
spicy pizza.
So that was my conspiracy that I researched, kind of half-assed, but also like kind of not half-assed at the same time.
I mean, yeah.
Only
we,
because-
it definitely exists.
it exists and it's a real thing. But
I
not
don't
everyone
know.
wants to believe it. Everyone wants to believe like the good in these companies.
It's definitely
Nah, bro.
a corruption.
Yeah.
I don't
Also,
know. I think it started out as a conspiracy. Now it's just
no, it's just real.
blatant, just, yeah.
But also, like the thing with these
Bullshit
companies
and
is like
dirty.
previously, like when pharmaceutical companies wanted to actually help people, like years ago, they were run by actual doctors.
Yeah.
Now they're run by businessmen.
Yeah, that's why.
So like,
It changed. It's about money. It's about people.
we have Reptar bars. I didn't know we had one of these.
Oh, was that a Reptar bar?
I didn't know we had one of these.
Make sure you eat into the mic. Everyone loves it. All of our listeners love it. They all write in all the time. They're like, "Oh my god, you guys." We
We don't have a list on yet.
we don't
Hey
have
guys,
any-
it's Logan.
we don't have anything yet. Is it good?
You tell me.
It's green and chunky.
Perfect.
Sometimes
I
all
was thinking
you
about
need
this
is-
earlier actually. Do you think is it going to turn our turds green?
I don't think it's enough to turn turds green.
We had a lot of them.
However, if you were to eat a whole pack of that fruit stripe gum, doesn't it turn your poop like tie dye?
I think you should zebras.
You shit straight zebras?
Straight zebra.
I don't know.
Should we try?
I never
it?
heard that.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard that.
Well, I know that
I know
someone's. I don't know if someone's dog did it and their poop looked hilarious. I guess
I-
it's the same as humans,
Yeah,
though.
I mean, I know that. So I
Pooping
know
is
that if
pooping.
you, there used to be like a Superman ice cream years ago. It was like, and you turn your poop purple.
Superman's.
Mm.
Wait, did it? I did it. Well, I mean,
On purpose?
digest it different.
You just digested it differently. I guess like the colors in it were different.
Different poop colors. Now, Mike,
Who wants to go next? Yeah.
I see you walked in with also a piece of paper. I feel like.
I told you I only had one piece of paper.
Mine
My-
is a sheet of, it's a printer paper. I wrote in pencil.
Looks like I have a top secret document over here.
You do.
Jesus
You're not
Christ.
making it out of here alive.
Why not? Hope this room isn't bugged.
Our Are either of you people familiar with the Denver International Airport,
I sort of am.
The DIA?
the DIA?
No, I'm not.
It's very interesting.
So it's the largest airport in the United States of America.
Did you bring photos as well? or no?
I did. I was actually.
Oh.
Did you bring a
I'm
PowerPoint
gonna- I'm gonna
presentation?
send them to
No,
you
because
now.
the photos are actually like you need the photos for part of it.
To see what?
It's really
oh,
cool.
okay.
It's very
Well,
interesting.
now I'm interested. See how big it is, or just to see what he's going to talk
No,
about?
no, no, check this out.
These are.
Ooh.
I've sent them to. Oh, Mark can't see them.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
I've
open
sent
shit up.
them to our phones. I figure that would be
Here are the pictures.
the most cost-effective way. So, in 1989,
The year of our
the
George.
year of our George,
That's me.
they were
you-
commissioned to build a new airport for Colorado, which didn't really need one.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a perfectly functioning airport called Stapleton Airport, about 6 miles outside of Denver. The Denver International Airport is 25 miles outside of Denver.
Okay, so that fucking makes no sense.
Yeah. So it's the largest airport in the country. It's 53 square miles, which
That's
is
huge.
pretty
Holy
big.
shit!
Yeah, pretty big.
Wait, wait. The airport is 53
the airport
square.
is 53 square miles.
The town we grew up in is 4
Yeah.
square.
Yes, this is several
Dude,
of those.
it's like 12 of those.
Yeah.
Why?
It's very big, dude. Yeah.
How big is Logan
Keep
Airport?
listening.
Oh my god, I know. I'm sorry.
No,
I get excited. I get boners.
Hey man, it's cool. So there's a lot of I guess like the original budget was like 1.7 billion. It went 2 years over the time. They finished in 95, I think, and with a budget of like 4.8 billion. So 2 years over, 3 billion over. So a lot of people were kind of like, we didn't need this airport. What's going on? Apparently, there was a in the blueprints there was 5 buildings. It's kind of like I think I sent you guys like one of the pictures. Is
Yeah,
that.
the
like,
blueprints.
So there's a blueprint of these 5 buildings that they built. There are several story buildings. They built them, and they're like, oh, these buildings are they don't match for the aesthetic we want. So instead of demolishing them, they buried them. They buried all the buildings.
The
underground,
buildings?
and now they're being used as air quote storage. Is what they're being used as. So
Sounds so
they
creepy.
buried the buildings, and there's networks of underground tunnels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like Disney.
I mean, it's so
Disney has
big.
underground tunnels.
Yeah, it's how you never see like.
God, I'm
come
learning
on.
so much.
Come
Well,
on,
you never.
man.
So like, I'm just gonna interject for a second. So you never see like, I don't know if you ever go there, but you never see like people carrying around like, oh, we got to restock the napkins at this place.
Oh, okay. So they go under the
Underground,
tunnels
yeah.
and there's stairs. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Also, by the way, in Disney, everyone is just fucking all the time.
Really?
Yeah, what did
FYI.
you-
Like employees or like
I mean,
Employees are just fucking all the
You're
time.
in Florida, which all of a sudden it's Florida. There's
Nothing else to
fucking,
do.
nothing doing there but fuck, I guess.
I mean,
You
you're
got
getting paid
those-
minimum
yeah.
wage, and you're princes and princesses.
You're like all,
I mean,
you're all
you're
super
the
hot.
most attractive people in Florida.
So do they?
You're gonna
Oh, I bet fuzzies, or furries.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Furries.
they
Furries
fuck
would
too.
have loved to work
Is
there.
my
'cause they
tongue
can
still
just-
green?
A little. I mean, it's
I
you
mean, a
gotta.
little bit. I think it's only green because we think it's green. I'll have another one just to see what
Eat
happens.
'em,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
What is
We
this
have
green
enough
goo
for
on the
everybody.
inside?
It's frosting.
They said it was frosting.
I think it's
I
just
don't know, man.
Reptar goo.
It's like Reptar, Reptar jizz.
But yeah. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
go on,
please. So there is a tram. It's 53 square miles, so obviously it needs a tram, to get
You're not just
around.
walking everywhere.
How
How do they have loads of room? That's fucking crazy.
I don't fucking know, man. So they, so on top of that, there's so inside the building, like once it was finished, there's all like a bunch of real weird Masonic, Freemason, I don't know, New World Order shit like everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, so I sent you guys the murals. If you want to
All the imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
take a
it's
peek at the
crazy
murals.
looking. So I mean, they're pretty, super
I mean,
colorful.
they're-
But what the fuck are we
they're
looking
gorgeous,
at here?
but I mean, we're
There's
looking at
shit on fire.
the end of the world. Is what we're looking
Penguins
at.
in boxes. It's like a leopard. There's like is it?
Yeah, it's like a ton of like little.
There's a marine.
Like, look at this guy.
Yeah, a military guy with a machine gun and like a giant
Like,
sword. And
I'm looking at it. I'm thinking. So here's like 3 weapons. So like you start with the
The
sword,
gas mask.
and then to the gun, and then a gas mask.
Yeah.
You got like the 3 encompassing, weapons of war.
and this was where?
And these are murals. These are just like
Murals
like
in the
focal
airport.
point inside the airport.
Yeah.
Like you go in the
Fuck.
airport, there's these things, and then there's a there's a dedication stone. It's this big stone, and like written on it, it says like, I guess underneath it, it's a it's a time capsule. So it's to be opened in the year 2094. 100 years after the building of the thing.
We're
and then,
fucked, and those, well, we'll all be dead.
And then it says, thank you to the New World Airport Committee. It says on this stone.
Mm-hmm.
It says New World. It doesn't exist. Like
The New World Airport Committee?
Like you Google it,
I
it
didn't
doesn't
say I've
exist.
never heard it before.
It's the New World Airport Committee. It's right below a giant Freemason sign.
Is this foreshadowing something?
And just it's what it's what it says.
They know something that we don't know yet?
Could be going back from. Could be like a time traveler.
Oh, dude.
Could have been like a future thing.
That'd be weird.
And
time travel creeps me out.
It's so crazy.
So and one other it's my last little weird thing about it. So I guess in 2011 there was this comet that was coming by.
Hale-Bopp.
That was not Hale-Bopp. It was
It's the only comment anyone knows. Oh, you mean a Halle Berry? I mean a Halle Bop?
Elenin or something like that. It was called Comet Elenin. It passed by pretty close.
I want a comment just to come by. It's called like Frank or something.
Frank,
It's always like these interesting female names or something.
It's the person. It's the person who found his last name.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it was pretty. So it was seen in 2010, and it was coming pretty close to Earth in 2011. The articles I read and the stories I listened to, they all said 22 miles. But those are the conspiracy stories. When I looked into it, NASA, it was 22 million miles away. Which I mean,
forgot a couple zeros. Still pretty close, but
it's pretty much between the moon and Mars.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still pretty close.
Forgot some zeros.
But so I guess like the date that it passed the closest to Earth, President Obama was at the airport. Like, I mean, what's the other reason to go to Denver for?
Yeah.
So like the date this comet's passing closest to Earth.
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
The President of the United States is in Colorado that day. So that's pretty much it. Just a weird ass airport.
One thing I remember reading
Why
about
is it
that
so
actually
big?
is a lot of famous people, like congressmen and everything, are buying houses around Denver in that area too. So like,
why? What's going on?
Like, if shit ever gets real, they can like evacuate to like that airport, go underground, and then like once everything comes out, they have their house right there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's creepy to think about.
Yeah.
Is that why it's so big? It's like a house.
It's huge. It's fucking huge.
Why is it so big? Doesn't make any sense.
Realistically, we're not going to be there. Us three. So.
Oh yeah, on the temp.
We're not invited.
Unless we're traveling through by happenstance. And
even then, they're going to probably take us out back.
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't make room for the important people.
Like bogus Mayan predictions, but this one's creepy. And it has an airport.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to go to Denver?
You're going to have to.
Isn't
I've never
where
been.
does that girl live now?
Denver.
What is her name?
Denver?
I don't know.
She lives in Colorado somewhere.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never heard about that, and now it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, worth a look. Worth a look into.
Where did you hear about it?
The
internet.
The internet.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I googled airport conspiracy theories.
Well, I was initially I was going to be writing about
Lisa,
the deep state and
oh yeah.
I could not. I don't know why I
That's
couldn't
not
think
what
of
I
her
thought you were
name.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Boulder.
yeah. So
Is she in Boulder?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Colorado.
I don't think Boulder's close to Denver.
Where-
Colorado's probably pretty big.
It's pretty big. It's a pretty big spot.
What-
It's
isn't there
you know
like
it's
a- isn't
considered
there
a desert climate. You know that?
The Big Sky State. That's Montana.
Isn't there? Yeah, fuck Montana.
Montana.
Got them
Montana.
flyover states. Isn't what's the? I mean, there's places that you'll never go to, like Idaho,
I would love to go.
Iowa, Montana, Nebraska. I'm not going to any of those fucking places.
I'd love to.
And what?
I don't know. Just
Get drunk
just,
for a
just
week?
not have
Like-
someone on top of me for a fucking minute. That's
Lance, go to fucking Western Mass in New Hampshire.
I'd take a nap out there.
yeah.
Be
Then
nice.
get Jimmy out there.
He'll be
So
like,
you
yeah.
take a nap out there.
I love napping, dude.
You would go to Nebraska to take a nap.
Yeah, off the
You
grid.
can
Yeah,
nap right
like
here
a-
if you
no.
want.
Nebraska's so flat, man. You can nap anywhere.
Just nap and
You can
you
nap fucking anywhere. in
really
Nebraska.
sets your spine because you're just you're very flat.
Yeah, dude. But I did some research on that as well, just because
Why was
I'm
I
a
left?
fucking weirdo. And
I know about this stuff.
He's a weirdo, man.
I read about it in high school actually, and I was like,
What?
and I was like, this is freaking my undeveloped mind
My
out.
little Blink-182 brain is like exploding right now.
Yeah, dude.
What did you think of it back then? Did you want to go to
fucking weird.
Colorado? Yeah, it is.
I thought about it. That's when I heard about all the famous congressmen are like buying houses and shit out there.
There's also there's a giant statue of a horse outside. They call it Blucifer because it's blue and it's huge and menacing.
Jesus.
and at the right angle, its eyes glow red.
What?
And I
Who
guess
built this fucking place? Crazy people.
the guy who sculpted the thing, the head fell off and severed an artery in him and killed him.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's dark as shit.
Pretty nuts.
I did not know about that. That's
You
pretty intense.
fucking make the eyeball some sort of material that when the sun hits it, glows red or
That's so
something.
intense.
And then there's I guess
Cut his artery.
the aerial view of the airport. If you look at all the runways, it looks like a swastika, and that's everyone.
No way.
That's
Really?
the
Yeah, I do
beginning-
remember that too.
That's when everyone
Jesus.
starts. Everything I saw started with, it's a swastika. It's like maybe it's just the best way to have
Yeah.
all the planes land. I'm willing to let
guess.
that one slide.
When was it built?
95.
Oh, so they knew
Well,
what they
it
were doing.
finished in
yeah,
With the
95.
yeah,
It
finished in
started in
95.
89.
Still, that was way
year of
after
our George,
swastika
remember?
times.
Year of our
Yes,
George.
the year of our
The
George.
year of our George.
That can we start calling our birthday? It's the day of our...
How the fuck do I...
What, mic configurations?
It just was strange.
We're still new to this game.
All right.
God, I have so many notes, boys. This is gonna...
Well,
Lay it on us, man.
I feel like I don't want to...
is there like a Cliff Notes version, or do you want to do the whole thing?
I mean, I think I can spit out the Cliff
I
Note
think you should
version.
put your head down and fucking bear into it, man.
I
Let's do this.
can spit out the Cliff Note version, but I still want to bore you guys with things you may have already heard.
George Bush hates black people.
Was that Kanye West?
Yeah, it was Kanye.
That did it on like MTV, and they're like, "Oh, cut!" And they're like, "Oh, anyways, thank you,
Fucking cut to
Kanye."
Kurt Loder. Just,
Mike Myers is
Loder.
I remember like Mike Myers is
Oh yeah,
standing
same
next
with
to
Mike Myers. Mike
fucking
Myers,
Shrek.
Mike Myers gave him a look like, "Are we still we're still going?" Okay, I looked over and like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, donkey. Fucking Kurt Loder. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
He's just up like a marionette, just trying to stay alive and VJ.
There's no videos to Jay.
Yeah, it's true. Do they?
They
Well-
you know what they do now, instead of videos, they just play songs like on the shows and like
Oh, just in the background of Florida,
Oh,
George, Lama Bama line, whatever the fuck
Whatever
that
it is, I
is.
don't
Like no, yeah, like with the show Jersey Shore, play a song, and the bottom will say what song it is.
Yeah, that's
fuck, I never thought of that.
So that's what they
So
do
they're
now.
kind of doing both.
That's what they do now.
Ah,
And
scumbags.
instead of like bands getting like royalties for that,
Yeah,
they just like they're like, hey, if you like the music, you can buy their songs after
yeah.
the show.
So they
Like,
they push you to their website or whatever.
So that's what they
kinda
do.
Shitty. I read
that's like the new like thing they do.
the new advertising for them.
It's
I read somewhere that
yeah.
like
it's a new contract they use
they
kind of thing.
they did something where they played like an hour block of music videos for like I don't know. That was for some reason they did it, and they realized that like their ratings spiked and like, oh, what's this all about? So they started playing music videos again, but I don't know if they're still doing that.
So play music videos again because people realize
It's not
they're-
They can't call it MTV anymore.
No.
Jersey Shore Television. Or
Is that still
something.
on TV anymore?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
They'll probably do some sort of like reunion show or some bullshit.
Yeah, it's only been 10 years. It's probably been 10 years.
Remember they tried the Boston one, Wicked Single.
I did not watch that.
Oh,
I did not waste my time.
I did. It was terrible. It was so stupid. It didn't
Hey.
last long at all. It lasted like a couple.
It's basically just like, hey, let's go to the Lincoln downtown. That's probably all the whole show was.
Oh, I think they did it in
Let's
the
go to
winter.
Whiskey Priest.
They did it. Yeah, actually, they
Fuck
did it in
that
the winter.
place.
I think so. Like no one was even. Every
I-
bar looked dead.
I fucking hate going downtown. Be like, let's go to downtown. Nope.
No, I don't like.
Nope.
I don't even like.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Alston Brighton. Fuck that. I'm good.
I get these spells now where I just don't want to do anything. Like it happened. Like I think I texted you, but it happens all the time where I'm like, wait, was it New Year's? I think it was New Year's. I was like, I don't want to move.
You know what it's called? Being 30.
Hey,
That's what
dude, it
that
happens
is.
You
quick,
texted
eh?
me if you're not.
It's,
Well, I mean, like that makes
that
sense.
was
You
just
were
me being
tired.
tired.
That was actually a really good show, though.
Was it? That was just me
we
being
had a fun
tired.
time, and I left like a bit after the band after we played.
No, that was just me being tired. There's times where like, I'm like, I'll sit at home and I'll want to go out, and I'm mad that I have nothing to do, but I have these plans that I just don't want to do, and I was like, so it's like a weird limbo. But yeah, I guess that's just
No, it's just being an adult.
it's just
That's what
being
it is,
30. I don't want to be an adult. Just being 30.
I've been an adult since college. People are like, "Look, you want to go to this bar?" Nah,
Nope.
I'm gonna hang out.
I'm all set. I'm good.
I'm good.
I got a whole Netflix queue right now I can hang with.
All of Friends is on Netflix, and you want me to go out with you? Come on, fucking nuts!
Watch The Punisher and text me. That's all you. That's
And that was just my week.
It'd probably be Seinfeld though for me, but anyways.
Seinfeld.
That's,
It's always The Office. There was an image online
well, Seinfeld's on Hulu.
of a car
Yeah.
Veering off the
on the
yeah.
highway at an exit, and one sign going straight down the highway said, watching a new Netflix show, and the exit sign said, watching The Office again, and the car was like last
on
minute
2
decision
wheels.
on like 2 wheels to like take the exit to watch The Office again. Like I do that so often, like I'll go through like TV
That's
shows
so
or, like,
true.
or my queue, then I'm like, nah, I guess I'll just watch The Office. And I watched something I've seen probably 100 times, and I watch it again. I'm like sitting there like it's fucking
and
the
it's
most
still
interesting
funny.
thing ever.
Big tuna.
I'll be like, oh, this part's coming up. Yes,
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
Dude,
Or like, I'm like, oh, I love this part, and like I've seen this 100 times. It's a good
so
show,
true,
though. It's how I know it's a good show. You can't do that with all shows. You can't do it with like,
I can do a Parks and Rec.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's not a ton of like Arrested Development. I used to be able to do that with, but not anymore.
Well, it's only 3 seasons, so you
But even
cruise through
season
it.
4 came out as season 4.
That
Does that
Yeah.
count? I don't even
No,
know.
it was like a recap.
I
season.
watched it and then I was like, next. That's all.
It was a whatever.
Watched it because
whatever.
they had to. It was really just kind of.
You kind of have to like, you have to watch it.
Like, yeah, you know, the 5th season's coming out soon.
I mean,
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
who knows?
But I don't know.
I'm doing that shit forever.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
it going to be better than the 4th? Because the 4th is like a recap.
I think it is.
Will the 5th not be a
I think
recap?
they're going to go back to the pacing of the first 3.
Yeah.
And just kind of
It
do
was
a
so
little bit
good
better.
when it came out. Was it on Fox?
Yeah.
It was Fox, yeah.
And it had like terrible time slots. That's what I remember.
Fox-
It was
Fox
Is that what the issue
Fox.
was?
like one of the times the season premieres was during the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, I remember
fuck
that. And I was
that.
like, who the
That's
fuck is
rude.
gonna like who's gonna do that?
Yeah, that's rude. Don't be so
I
rude.
mean, I'm not a sports person, so I'll watch the rest of the development, but
Yeah, I'm not.
Still.
Is the Super Bowl soon?
I don't know.
It's usually at the end of the season.
Dude, I was thinking like, when is that? And I was like, fucking idiot.
I don't give a shit about. I can't. I try to
I don't
watch
give a
it.
shit about shit.
No, but my favorite thing about sports is just the food. That's literally
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Whenever we go out to watch the Pats, I don't go to watch the Pats. I go because there's probably gonna be nachos and wings there. What's better than nachos and wings on a Sunday?
Sliders too.
Sliders too.
Mm.
You know, like you go to someone's house, I'm gonna go there, sit in their couch. They're gonna help with the game. I'm gonna make shitty commentary and eat whatever food.
Are you doing
there.
a party at your place?
For what?
Super Bowl party?
I didn't
You
plan
previously
on it.
did.
No, he
Well,
just invited everyone.
I did
So-
before. Oh, with else I lived with the dudes, and we had
That's
cable.
right.
I don't have cable anymore.
Eh.
I could probably
was,
still get
I
it
was
though.
gonna say I'll make some sliders
That was
to go,
really,
if you're doing that.
Two dudes.
Uh-oh.
For me?
They heard us talk about CBD. Just wait till I start talking.
Dude, is you're gonna like freak? Oh yeah, I'm excited.
It sounds like
Yes.
they're inside this room.
Yeah, it does. I think it's the headphones. Oh, the mic, whatever. Mine's not going to freak you out, but it's not like spooky. Mike knows what it is. What do you think it is?
well, if it,
Mike knows what it is because Mike saw my car 15 years ago with a bumper sticker that used to get me pulled over. What do you think it is?
something about religion and cults. I don't know.
No, I mean that'd be a good one.
Literally,
because-
what I think you would do.
Actually, that was one.
That was a bumper sticker,
That was a
yeah.
bumper
That
sticker.
was-
Yeah.
I had two bumper stickers. One said, "Now this was when I was, I don't know, 20."
A youth,
Youth, yeah.
a younger Mark.
No, I was 18, 19, 20, 21. I had one bumper sticker that you're right. It said, "Religion is a cult. Think for yourself."
On account of
Made it myself,
Yeah.
and then I used to get thumbs up a lot, and like people be like, "You love a bumper sticker." One time, my favorite, someone's beeping at me. No, she didn't beep. There's a person behind me. I happened to look in my rearview mirror, and she was just doing this to me, just fucking thumbs downing like for like a foot as hard as she could. And I was like, I guess she was like my bumper sticker.
Pump her thumb through her dashboard.
Kind of. But she didn't even beep. Like, what if I never looked back there? I mean, her horn didn't work. But the other bumper sticker I had that used to get me yelled at, pulled over, I didn't get a lot of praise for it, was a bumper sticker that said 9/11 was an inside job. That's a bumper sticker that I had. And I just brought the conspiracy information. I didn't bring, like, my opinion with it. I don't know.
You just brought like facts.
I mean, you are your opinion, man.
Yeah, I know. What
well, are
have-
these Are these like from reputable sources? I don't want to be like that guy.
They're cited a lot
Do
of
you MLS cite these?
huh?
Are these MLS citations?
MLS citation.
Yeah. Bring it back from English class.
My bibliography is in the back. It's all blue links underlined.
Okay, perfect.
No, they're all cited.
They're all red squiggles under
but
the
it's
links.
something that I read that someone else wrote, and I Wikipedia'd the names. But I mean, that doesn't mean it's true fact.
Yeah.
Right.
It could all be hearsay. But so that's what I brought. And but back in the day when I was younger, I was balls deep, gung ho, like yelling at people about it and getting in arguments about it. And now I just don't have an opinion, don't give a shit. But what is you guys is what have you seen about it, and what are your thoughts and opinions? Yours might be harder to come to. Just
I'm willing to believe that we funded it. I'm willing.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say that it's very possible that the government or a faction of the government funded what had happened.
The attack, yeah.
I don't believe in the whole. I honestly think that the jet fuel could have melted the beams, and I think it fell on its own. But I mean, as far as flying a crop duster to flying a jet into a small target, takes a little bit more planning.
Yeah,
it's kind of they went to their pilot school wasn't to learn how to fly a fucking Boeing 747.
Right, it was to fly a single engine little.
Yeah. So I mean,
fucking plane, which I have notes about both those things in here.
Right. So I mean, I'm willing to say that the government may have, or a faction of the government may have funded this attack just because there's benefits. The government benefits from it.
Yeah.
It is
okay.
Also 10 o'clock.
Is that too late?
Nah, I'm just saying.
I won't go too.
Okay.
Too hard. Too hard in the
hard in the paint.
Hard in the paint.
Right. Okay. So we got Mike's opinion. George Chick.
I was telling you, like, that people don't realize how.
Right, you were talking before I cut out.
How people don't realize that Al Qaeda actually was trained by the United States. They were trained by the United States to fight the Soviets out of Afghanistan. So that's a real thing.
Kind of bit.
I don't know.
Ass.
I mean, I haven't looked into it being like a quote inside job or not. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well,
I've never done the research or anything or like looked into it at all.
So I looked up all this research from other documentaries, but documentaries, interviews, newscasts, just shit that I found online. I looked up a lot of the rebuttals to it too, and obviously there's a lot of holes in these stories.
So you're like fact checking the fact checks.
Yeah, kind of. But a lot of the rebuttals I just didn't. They seem bogus to me, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this is I feel like it's people fishing for a conspiracy, fishing to find a way to be like, oh look, this happened, or they did this, or whatever. But I don't know, some of it's kind of crazy, and it's one of those things where to preface, it's skeptical just because the government's huge, and the amount of people that had to have known about this if it was an inside job, it's gonna get out. Like all three of us in here, we have girlfriend, fiance, wife. If one of us in this room cheated on one of them and totally, it's gonna get out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's three of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you have just a big, and most people in government are not dirty, but they have their own agendas. And if you have all those people that are in the know about this and no one says anything, it's gonna get out. And I don't think they're organized enough to do any of this shit, anyways. But so
maybe not now.
Maybe what?
They're definitely not organized enough now.
No, I don't think they were ever to do this shit. And every big thing in history, people point to a conspiracy, whether it's Kennedy or
people want to find a scapegoat.
Yeah,
for something.
And scapegoat. All right, so what Mike had mentioned was the money aspect of it, which is part of it. And
what was the money aspect of it?
Well,
the oil.
The original, one of the other red flags they bring up is that George Bush Sr. used to stay with the Bin Laden family when he was in Saudi Arabia, so he was closer to them, and that means they could have had plans or conspired or whatever. But after, I'll get to money in a second, but after September 11th, so on the 13th, the government said that they had overwhelming evidence that it was Bin Laden, like a crazy amount of evidence. It's set in stone. It was him, 100% him. So the Taliban sees that and they say, all right, well, if you have all this evidence, hand over the evidence, we'll hand over Bin Laden. And then the next day, the government was backpedaling, saying, they didn't really have the evidence, whatever. It's not out there. Fast forward a month or two, I think it was 2 months, and there's Bin Laden sent out like 1 million videotapes of him doing whatever. There was a videotape of him just praising what happened, saying it was awesome, it was the best thing, but taking no responsibility for it. And then, so he's denying it, and there was a wanted dead or alive Osama bin Laden thing, and it had all his crimes and his war crimes.
People were all about that shit, all about the dead or alive.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But the poster didn't have, it had all his crimes, but it didn't mention September 11th. And when in public forums, things like that, congressmen were asked why it didn't have it on there. They just said it's because they don't have enough evidence to put it against him to want him. Which is, backpedaling and saying they have all this evidence and it's crazy and they have all this shit, whatever. Now, with them, a lot of these names I'm not going to be able to say. And a lot of them are very similar. But with the money aspect, they were saying that it was so cheap to commit the attacks that it cost $500,000. They're saying they couldn't track the money, couldn't find the money, whatever. the only amount they did track was $100,000 from this dude, General Muhammad Ahmed. And so he transferred the money, $100,000, to one of the main attackers on 9/11. And I guess this dude, Muhammad Ahmed, was meeting with like a lot of key Washington, D.C. people, senators, CIA people on the morning of September 11th, and had actually been in the States for like I think like a week and a half. And like near that, so he was connected to all these U.S. government officials, but also helped fund the attackers of 9/11. So that was one of the red flags. And a lot of the folks, just not the folks, but a lot of the reports didn't have it in there. The government wouldn't I guess admit that he gave that he helped fund it and gave $100,000 and things like that to, put money into it and to help it to happen. But like Mike was saying, you wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. funded it. And I mean, $500,000 ain't shit when it comes down to like whatever they could have gotten out of it.
And when the money's that small, you figure you're only dealing with so 3-4 top guys at the CIA, and then the guys that committed it. I mean, so you're talking about, it's not a huge conspiracy. We're talking about 15 guys.
Couple people, yeah. That
max.
Can keep their mouth shut, or if they have a hint that they won't keep their mouth shut, they just make them go away. But
or
again, I've been watching too much.
Crazy, and then they just discredit everything they say.
They discredit them.
Yeah.
And they disappear.
That's what happened with all of the alien
Punisher.
sighting stuff. Like, they just made all those generals look crazy.
Look nuts. And like, oh, you can't take his
and
word
you
for
can't,
anything.
Yeah, exactly. Just discredit them.
A lot of the terrorists that committed the attacks actually were in the States. One of them attended school at a U.S. military base. One lived on a naval station in Florida. A couple lived in Alabama on an Air Force base. Another, I'm not saying their names because they're all so similar and I'm going to fucking butcher them anyways. One of the terrorists attended Brooks Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. A couple lived in Monterey, California. Two of them actually rented an apartment from and lived with an FBI informant.
Wow.
And a lot of them were reported to be alive after all this shit happened. Like, there were reports coming back from their country saying that they're not dead, they're actually here. There's nothing to back that up.
Well, the passport survived. I think they were too.
Yeah, right. That's in here too. I got it all. So yeah, there was reports that they were still alive after all this shit happened. But I mean, like, they try to contact families. That shit never panned out. Again, that could be them fishing for more information. The other thing is that they were supposed to be like devout Muslim fundamentalists, but a lot of them were, like, the weeks and nights before up to the attacks, they were found in strip clubs and with prostitutes. And I think there's the mayor of New Jersey saw them in lots of go-go clubs, as they called it, and said that they spent more of their time doing like things that devout Muslims don't do. So they were like, how are they for the cause and doing all this if they were out?
Well, then again, I mean, as far as martyrdom, them killing themselves in the name of Allah, probably erases
all that shit.
So it's kind of like a deathbed confessional. It's like,
do
whatever you want as long as at the end, like, no, Jesus was great.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
And, I think martyrdom kind of scratches out the titties in the face.
Back to religion being crazy.
Scratch
out the titties in the face, all mashed together. And then they also couldn't furnish any proof that the hijackers were actually in Al Qaeda. They did, news reports said it, the government said it, but no one had any proof that they were. No one could furnish any serious proof that they were, part of it. The other thing is that a lot of people, Bush, Condoleezza Rice, a lot of people in his cabinet said that the government never had any. The thought didn't cross their mind that anyone would fly planes into buildings, that anyone would use a plane as a weapon, that they just couldn't envision 9/11 ever happening, or just being a thing. But between the months before September 11th, the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, scrambled, I think, 67-ish aircrafts, and they were basically practicing taking these, like, intercepting these planes. These planes went rogue. They were supposed to go from, Boston to Florida. They went rogue. Go take them down. Go do this. And they practiced it 67 times in a matter of, what's that? I don't know. I'm not doing math right now, but months and months and months. And then when 9/11 comes, these planes go off course. 4 of them go off course for, like, some of them for 45 minutes. And no one knew. No one did anything. No one got them. Nothing. Another red flag. Maybe this will be too fucking long.
Well, you have like
Pages.
10
pages
pieces of paper there.
I thought I was gonna just
I thought
I was gonna burn through it quick.
I had half of a page. Half of a page handwritten. Yours is a bunch of pages typed.
I thought I was gonna burn through it real quick. It's like bah. I just don't want to burn the fuck through it, I guess. All right. Yeah, they said that they can never. I'll go faster. I won't talk faster. They said they couldn't envision it ever happening. Never thought about it, but they
Planned for it.
NORAD. Yeah, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. They did tons of trainings where planes would fly in.
The Santa people.
Yeah, the Santa people. They did exercises where fire jets would, they pretend they were hijacked and they'd hijacked it off, and they would be flown into the World Trade Center. They did the same thing with the Pentagon, where a commercial airline would get tossed into the Pentagon. Yet on the day they weren't prepared for it, and they never thought it would happen. And then when it comes to the Pentagon, a plane was jacked and flown into the Pentagon, whatever. There's no video of it happening. Right after it happened, the government came and took 85 videotapes from around the area, from gas stations and whatever was around, and confiscated the videotapes so that no one ever saw anything. And they released. There was a video that was released, but it was like a bunch of still frames, and you can't see a plane. You just see that it blows up. 'Cause it's like it's shot every couple seconds, whatever. So you just see that all of a sudden the Pentagon's ablaze, and they used that. That was evidence to say there was a plane there. Which is like I don't know if you've seen it, but it's not anything. And the dude that flew into the Pentagon, he the move that he had to do to get off course and go where he went and take the turn was described as like experienced
Like Denzel Washington kind of shit.
yeah, and experienced pilots were like that's nearly impossible for me to do. I've been doing this for decades. And this dude, the media said he was like one of a very experienced, highly trained pilot. But they talked to people that were at, because he did take courses, but he never actually excelled at it or anything. No pun intended. His coworkers there, his instructors, they all said he was a weak student. He was a waste of time. Barely showed up. Could barely fly. And that's like you said, a single.
Well, that's
jet.
why he's already expert.
he
was above
like,
it.
I don't need this shit.
He was above that shit. He didn't even care.
He could barely fly, but then he goes and does this insane fucking twisty Denzel Washington fucking Hollywood movie flight or move and smashes into the Pentagon. And not to mention the pilot that he would have to subdue and beat up to take control of that plane was trained in anti-terrorism, he was a Top Gun fighter. It just probably wouldn't have happened. And there was no Mayday, no hijack code, no nothing. Kind of just they just gave it up to him, which, they had box cutters. What are you gonna do with the fucking box cutter?
Cut boxes.
Cut boxes,
for your veins specifically.
Yeah, and aggressively, because I've cut my thing with the box cutter. It sucks, but it's not the worst thing ever. So yeah, it flew 43 minutes out of its flight path for some reason. No one knew. And instead of just nosediving into the Pentagon and just, blowing up, doing maximum damage, he did a crazy maneuver and then hit the only section that was reinforced to withstand a terrorist attack, so doing minimal damage. And this specific little spot that he hit, we've all seen it on the news, it was 4 days away from being completed. And usually it's to be fully reinforced. So we hit the weakest point of it and did the least amount of damage. Usually there's 5,000 employees there.
They were on a field trip
that day. Yeah, that day there was 100 and something employees there instead.
Out with the flu.
Yeah, out with the flu. And yeah, I'm just.
Wasn't there an audit going on or something like there's some mainframe and that's supposed to be part of the thing where some money was supposed to be going through.
That specific spot, they that was where they, let me find it here. That was where they housed where the fuck? I have all these fucking notes. I can't find that one. I highlighted it too. Yeah, but yeah, you're right though. It housed important shit. Oh. It housed important budget information. for just budget information. But 24 hours before that, Donald Rumsfeld announced that there were $2.3 trillion that they couldn't account for. They didn't know where the money went, and it happened to be that's where it was stored. So that got blasted and blown to smithereens. At the site, there were no signs of a plane. There was nothing. There was no, we've all seen plane crashes. It's fucking messy. There was no parts of planes. There was little pieces of metal and shit, but there was no skid mark in the grass or anywhere anything like that. Some eyewitnesses said they saw a plane. Some of them said they didn't. Some said they saw a commercial jet. Some said they heard fighter planes. Some just saw an explosion. There was a cab driver on the news who, I guess the plane took down a couple light poles, and one light pole hit his car, and he was like, "I never saw a plane. I just saw the fucking light pole go down, and I got out. I didn't see shit." So that was another thing, another red flag. And there was this dude Norman Mineta in a bunker with Cheney before this happened, and they said that he knew about it when it was 50 miles away, but didn't do anything about it. And this is all in an official.
How alive is that guy right now?
Right, an official report. And he said that while they were in the bunker, a young gentleman came in and was like, "Mr. Vice President, the plane's 50 miles out." He came back in, said 30 miles out, and came back in. And at the end, he said 10, and then he was like, "Vice President, do the order still stand?" And Cheney was like, "Of course the orders still stand. Have you heard anything to the contrary?" And then a few minutes later, ba-boom. So this guy reported this. He was in the bunker with him, and then the government said that it's impossible because Cheney didn't arrive till 20 minutes, a half hour later, blah, blah, blah. And they just took his testimony off the record and shit.
So basically, there's just continuity. There's no continuity between the stories and what's the actual accounts and everything like that. Okay.
Yeah. For that at least. I feel like there was more on that, but I feel like I'm just talking at you guys. just telling you shit.
Facts!
Just telling you stuff.
There's so many.
I know, dude. I know. That was we can just stop at the Pentagon if you want. How was that information?
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I did not know any of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
cool.
I had no idea.
Mike? Or
my brain has thoughts in it.
Well, we can also do it's up to you, but we can do Pentagon and we can bring it back.
Just the whole.
Dude, it's a lot. Oh my! Did you type all that? Or did you just find it and read it and
it was copy and pasted.
Okay.
A lot of it was transcripts and things.
Okay. Well, we can always do
dude, I can just leave it at that. I feel like I said a good amount of shit.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that was good.
So that what's that? 4 pages? 4 pages of my 9/11 notes. They didn't even get the Twin Towers. That's cool. That one didn't matter, right? Just kidding. But yeah, again, not saying I believe this stuff. Just
ironically, he has 911 pages of notes.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying
9.11 pages.
9.11.
There's one little part.
None of that got recorded.
9 pages of your notes and George's notes.
Dude, my notes.
9.11.
You brought a paragraph.
Well, also my notes were
they're also all in your head.
A lot of that was in my head. I just had bullet points, and it looks like
your handwriting is something else.
It's garbage. I know what it is.
Well, mine's pretty bad too. That's why I typed it up.
It's a recipe for lamajun.
It's a good old lamajun recipe.
No, but a lot of mine was in my head. I knew a lot of it.
Yeah, I guess a lot of mine was in my head. I should have just made bullet points and just. But that's what the highlighted sections are. The bullet points. Do you see?
Fact.
I highlighted the bullet points.
No, yeah.
That was my conspiracy research on 9/11. That was at least a quarter of it. At least
it was a quarter of the 9/11 research.
I thought that was gonna be a quick I'll get through it in 25 minutes.
Dude, yeah. Well,
I'll leave it here for the government to come find it. And
the government, am I right, guys?
One day
office.
You'll go to my apartment and be like, why is the apartment and the office burnt down?
Oh, the office next to the weed shop, huh? All right.
Well, that makes sense.
The crypt.
The crypt. Sorry, we are in the crypt.
But yeah, so that was all of this was informative. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. I'm still concerned as why the fucking airport's so big.
It's such a big airport.
Be smaller airport.
It's so big.
They made just people could get lost in it. That's what they did. Just a big ruse. Everyone can just get lost.
I hope they have those golf cart things you can get to and from your.
Oh yeah, I
To
mean,
and from your
just
flight.
think about it, man. Just
Yeah, just walk.
Well,
yeah,
they have
layover.
they have the tram, so you don't even need those.
Hmm.
They probably have like both though. They probably have the tram
Where was
to
that?
the golf
Like,
cart.
I think it was Miami was the biggest airport I've been to. Like we had to take like we were on our way to our honeymoon and like
Where'd you go?
Punta Cana.
Miami.
So Miami. So like we landed in Miami and like we had a taxi for too long
Ever.
and like so we were catching a flight out of Miami and like it was like 15 minutes away maybe, so like we're knocking people down, getting off the plane, and then just sprinting over to the
It's like
to like
Home Alone.
oh my god, and then like
I love that movie.
sprinted over to a tram and just took us over to the other place. It was just such a pain. Like I'm never taking multiple flights again.
I'm
in my
never
life.
flying.
Dude,
again.
I'm never direct all the way.
direct is the
We went
best
to
way do
Mexico.
it.
We had a 9-hour layover in Jersey
I
when
would
it was closed.
I could handle a 9-hour layover. Fucking
played a lot of gin rummy.
a 45-minute layover
Yeah,
running
yeah.
from one end of the airport to the other. That's where you're
That's
Yeah,
where
you
you
don't
go
want it to
fuck
be-
yourself.
You don't want it to be too long. We also don't want it to be too short. Like I would say, like an hour is like the optimal time.
yeah.
Yeah, you grab a hot dog.
Hour,
Anything
hour
less
and a
than
Go
an
to
hour.
Auntie Annie's pretzels.
Yeah, you get like
Then just get
pretzel.
out of there.
You can get like
Cinnabon, take a
What do
run
you
your
want?
shit and
Okay,
just
take one runny dump, watch a bad Adam Sandler movie. You're there.
who is that?
Is that Louis?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
No offense, Adam Sandler.
Oh.
Or the rape women.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, yeah.
Think anything's gonna come out about Adam Sandler?
I don't know.
How is no one accused Pauly Shore of anything? Come on, he's
Have
the
it not-
weed.
they
So
probably-
Well, Paul Shore's probably a super nice guy though.
And they probably just feel real bad for
have
him.
you? Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you heard his like his doc? He's just like a nice guy.
I haven't watched. He have one like Pauly Shore's Dead. Is that a
Yeah.
movie? Is that any good or is it like
I haven't
a
seen it yet.
documentary? No, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I have not.
One thing I will say is
Pauly
that
Shore's
on the
cute.
JRE, he actually is a super nice dude. He
Oh,
seems
Pauly
like,
Shore
he
was
seems
on
like a
there?
nice guy. Yeah,
He does seem like a nice guy.
he's on that, and he's also on Your Mom's House.
I heard him on that. Yeah,
Yeah, just seems like a nice
he
guy.
still just sounds like he's a 17-year-old fucking jabroni.
The way he sounds like he misses the old times, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, oh,
he's
I
still
feel so-
he's the guy that is 40 years old, still talks about when he was a high school
But I want to
quarterback
just like,
and wears his Letterman jacket and like still lives it. Goes to the towny bars.
Glory days.
Yeah, he goes to the towny bars and stuff.
I just want to give him a hug. That's all I wanted. Like he
I don't
just
want to hug him. I feel like he smells weird.
Yeah, but
I
I
feel
No
like
way,
he
dude.
smells like some type of
No.
food, not like a smelly guy. He's just like it's like oh you were working in a McDonald's today.
smells like Euros. What's this?
Yeah.
This is kind of a.
if I
There's
could
churros
say anything, he
at the top.
probably smells like patchouli. If I
Who?
could say,
People?
that's what he smells
Oh,
like.
patchouli. Yeah,
Yeah.
patchouli and French fries.
I know he lives in Silver Lake. I know that.
What is that?
Silver Lake is like just outside of LA.
Lives
It's
in a
like
lake?
suburb. It's kind of like a suburb of
Did you
Hollywood.
get star maps when you were down there? That's
No.
why you know where he lives.
No, he had talked about it.
I think the Star Maps had a lot to do with sex slavery down.
What?
I don't know if it still does, but Star
Oh,
Maps used to.
you guys don't bring this shit in here?
Yeah, I forget.
I
but
talk
it used to,
about
like,
planes for a half hour. You guys don't talk about.
I don't know that.
Like yeah, like you would. I think it's back in the like 80s, 90s, but you'd get a star map and it would direct you to where there were prostitutes, and
What?
usually they were kidnapped prostitutes who.
I thought it would be like
Oh,
here's
dude.
Barbara Streisand's house.
Well, I mean, I'm
here's
sure that's on it, but I mean, like
Steve
like-
Carell's. I don't know why I said Steve Carell.
but in between like the stars' houses,
Oh
it was like
my
oh you know
God.
down this hotel there's this
You can bang little
there's
boys.
other images. It's like oh what does a grape mean? A grape means that
Oh.
yeah
You see this back in the 80s?
yeah like 80s and 90s.
Dirty time.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit. Carrot vegetable. Dirty times. So what are we thinking as far as the schedule for the rest of this business? When I say business,
I would like to. I think our next sode, as we'll call. We'll cut out that.
so
We'll cut out
wait,
that piece.
that's I also want to interject.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to call it a podcast or a show, or? Because I was thinking show,
Well,
but I feel like the
Showcast.
two dudes and another dude podcast rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
but two dudes and another
also,
show.
we don't have an interactive element, so I think podcast is.
Does
fine.
show have to be interactive? Talk show.
I would say so. I'd say a show would have to. Be.
Color
Just call in.
We just do shitty voices.
Hey, it's me, Steve, from the gas station next.
Like pretend. No one will know.
We probably could do that.
So show means interactive.
Hi, it's me.
Yeah, but just I don't know. I feel like
I'm done.
podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could do that.
Podcast, professional.
Yeah,
P.
that sounds fine. I mean, right now it's just us
Podcast.
anyway.
Yeah.
I know that, but I feel like there's a cooler word than
How many hits
podcast.
did our first episode get?
I edited it, so that's one.
Uh-huh.
I made sure it sounded okay. I didn't listen to the whole thing though. Two.
Uh-huh.
Million. 2 million. See that math? What were you saying? The next one he wants to do is what?
I'd
Let me
like
guess.
to-
Mike wants to get drunk at his house.
I'd like to get drunk at my house for the next one. If that's at all possible.
We can do-
start off with a bang, I guess.
We can do a
Alcohol apocalypse.
we still haven't got a cool name for that. We can do something where we just get like a bunch of just like beers never had before.
Yeah, like you guys have
Miller
Miller Lights.
Lite.
Have you ever tried Miller Lights?
Why we can start with the beers never had before and then
Yeah.
just drinking. But maybe we could watch The Room, commentate The Room while we get drunk,
I'll be fine with that.
The room is so good.
or get drunk-ish, and then pop The Room on.
I have the room.
You have it.
I don't own it. I borrowed it from somebody.
Is it like an actual DVD?
Yeah.
Well, that's
VHS.
DVHS. Did you just fart?
No.
I saw you elevate yourself a little bit.
No, my foot was falling off the bench, so I
Um,
lifted it up to put it back
We
on the
talked
bench.
about, I don't know if you'd be into it, but Mike and I talked about doing like a UFC type companion thing where we watch the live fights.
Talk about fights.
And
talk about fighting.
play. Okay.
But
you have to sync it up with people.
Yeah,
but I
pretty
think,
much.
well, it'd be like, yeah, or whatever. Or just to be fun, just fucking do it.
It's true too.
But even, I think you'd be funny to be there because
I don't know anything
you
about
know
it.
anything about it, and you'd probably make cool commentary or something.
I know. The only people I know on it are Brendan Schaub. I don't know, is that his last name?
Shuhab, yeah, he doesn't fight
Shuhab.
though. He hasn't fought in like years.
How do you say that?
Schaub.
Schaub? Is it Schaub?
Jake Brown.
It's like a noise.
Shop.
Schaub.
And Joe Rogan.
He doesn't fight either. So you know 2 fighters that aren't fighters.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean,
And I know Randy Culture.
okay, yeah, also retired.
And there's other guy, the Iceman.
Chuck Liddell, yep, also retired. George, his last UFC event was UFC 63 or something.
Probably. I don't know what that means.
You know what number they could be on 65 probably now.
1963. That's what it was? Yeah.
1963.
I guess like early 2000s. Who else?
Fuck.
Charles Liddell.
She was in the Entourage movie.
Ronda Rousey, also
Yeah.
retired.
She loves Pokemon, though. That's
Does
one thing
she?
I found out. Yeah, she loves Pokemon.
She was a terrible actress in
Was she? I never saw
the
the
Entourage
movie.
movie. Yeah.
I never saw it. I know she was in the preview, and Turtle
Yeah.
loved her.
Turtle did love her, yeah.
Enough to get his arm broken.
I think they dated, right, in the movie?
Yeah.
Or like
I
they
don't
boned
remember
or something.
Briefly.
I never saw it. One thing. You
That's
remember Morgan from Endway?
Morgan Freeman?
No. Disregard.
Is he also a UFC fighter? That
Uh,
retired that you know?
No.
Anybody else?
I don't know anybody else. There's someone named Cyborg.
Yeah, she's not retired.
I thought it's not a guy. I thought it was a guy.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, no, there's a male cyborg.
Yeah, there is.
There was a male, and there's a not
Actually
so
saying...
female cyborg.
And then there's
and the name Cyborg isn't very feminine.
Lemoncheco.
No, he's a boxer. He's a boxer.
Lemoncello.
He just has also
Lemoncello.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's a fighter.
There's,
LeBron James.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Um,
Just start naming random people.
I can't think of. I honestly don't know anything about it.
That's why I think it'd be funny.
Ricky, another Rickyism today. When I watched the new season, he was talking about alligators, but call them alligators.
I like Gators.
Like
I'm my favorite Rickyism. I like
The
I like
whole-
Worst Case Ontario. I like Get 2 Birds Stoned at Once. He has so many of them though.
I wonder if he thinks of those before they film, or if he thinks of them on the spot.
I feel like
Just,
it's a
goes
mixture of
through it.
both. The best one is when he asks Lucy to be friends with the Benedicts.
Yeah.
He needs friends with benefits.
For the Benedicts.
And he's like, he's like, we can be friends and then, we can still like bone and stuff. She's like, oh, friends with benefits. He's like, yeah, friends with the Benedicts. She's like, the fuck?
That's pretty.
There was, in that same episode, she's like, that's when he has a hockey rink, I think. And
Yeah.
she goes there and she takes his pants off to give him a little blowy. But they blur out, like, you can tell it's a dildo, but it looks so funny. He's like this floppy, it's just bouncing around and they blur it out like just enough.
Yeah,
Dude, the thing about that show is just so funny.
it's pretty good.
Mike loves it. Remember Trailer Park Boys, Mike?
I'm sorry, I have not seen it.
Is that the show that you were like, I started watching it and then I fell asleep?
Yeah,
and
no,
then,
he started
No,
watching it.
and you hated it or something, right?
I wasn't a fan. I watched
Okay.
the first episode, and I wasn't a fan.
But you said you watched it drunk, and then you tried to go back and watch it.
That's my touch of death.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Right. I do recall.
Yeah, I start watching it drunk, and it's just
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
You done fucked up.
I recommend trying it though, like trying to get a.
Like I want to, but then,
But then again, I don't want to.
well, like The Office is always there, man.
Yeah, The Office is always
True.
there. The Office is always there.
The Office is always there. Parks and Rec is always there. Those are honestly my go-tos for like,
Mm.
what do I want to watch? Nothing that I haven't seen before, or like, yeah.
Sex and the City's
It's like,
always
like
on.
there's a movie I'm going to watch tonight
You already have your whole night planned. Look at you.
Are you gonna be awake tonight? Are you gonna stay up all night?
Yeah, for most of it.
It's a very dad question.
It's a new Vince Vaughn movie. It's called like
Swingers.
It's
Couples
like,
retreat.
Boiler room.
it's called The Brawl in some cell block something.
Wedding crashes.
We're all in Singapore.
The Brawl and wedding crashes.
I thought about. I don't know why, but the words like. You ever seen Bigger, Faster, Stronger?
Yeah.
Where he talks about going all the way from like he goes from like all the way from Detroit to Singapore. I fought all over the place.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, why did you choose Singapore of all places? Why not choose anywhere else? Like it just doesn't sound like a.
There's a new Strongman documentary on Netflix that I watched yesterday.
What's it called?
Strongman.
Big.
Well, it's Eddie Hall Strongman. That's another one.
Well, it follows Eddie Hall. It follows Eddie Hall and a handful of other guys. I can't remember what it's called. But I think Eddie Hall. It follows the mountain. He's in it. That guy's a fucking Sasquatch.
Dude, he's younger than us. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 27.
Dude, he aged terribly.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you're that big.
But also, he's a fucking badass.
He's
it
so
doesn't
big.
matter. But like,
And he's supposed to play, the Mountain's he's the Mountain.
Yeah, he's the mountain.
He's supposed to play
The Hound's.
the Hound's older brother, which is like, what?
Yeah.
You're 24 years old.
Because the Hound's clearly like 53. I love that character. But yeah, he's in that. Eddie Hall. A couple guys that I recognize. Mark Henry's in it. Remember Mark Henry's Sexual Chocolate? He's not he's not competing.
he had a fucking
He's
killer
just-
squad growing up. Like that's like
Yeah, so he's like because he still does that shit. He talks about it.
he
I guess
he was the world's strongest man.
Yeah,
for like
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he trains with the Mountain. He was saying how the Mountain thinks he's like cute and like puts on like nice clothes. And he's like, "How do I look?" And Mark Henry's like, "You look like a fucking monster in a button-up, man." He's like, "You're enormous." What do you mean? He'll like do a little dance for him. I guess the Mountain has his own vodka now. And
Yeah, it's the
it's called Mountain Vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the commercial is like he's like, "I like vodka. You like vodka?" He's a fucking.
I guess we
broken
can
ass
try
nigga.
that on our drinking.
We could try that.
Could do that.
podcast.
Just
There is actually a mountain vodka that I want to try. It's like purified in like
a mountain.
volcanic like rocks.
Oh, I've heard about that. I think I've heard about it from
I
you.
can't think what it's
actually.
called. It's called
Yep.
Poland Spring.
Poland Spring. Have you watched? I think I asked you this last time. Did you watch Bright?
I just see
Fucking
Bright.
killer,
Yeah.
dude.
You liked it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bright fan.
I liked it a lot.
It's pretty good. I like Will Smith. Even
I'll
though
probably
he's
get those pops.
a fucking jabroni. What?
Those Funko Pops.
Oh,
I'll probably get those. Yeah.
probably get those pops. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I
think they already signed on for like a second one.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were trying to
I
prove
thought they
that.
blew their load on the first one though.
Well, they were trying to prove that you don't have to be a big network to make
A
big
blockbuster movie.
big movies.
Essentially.
But I guess it kind of flopped as far as view wise. But
Really?
their quote was, well, as what they projected or what they wanted. Their quote was, it's about quantity over quality at this point. That was like the actual like one of like the Netflix heads. He's like, we're just gonna keep putting them out as long as people keep watching them.
Well, critics weren't very sympathetic to it, but I think it was a decent movie.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Other people thought it was racist, which I mean it might.
It
have
was
been,
it was
I
meant to
think
be.
it was going to be, right?
It was meant to be. It was meant to be a social commentary.
Yeah, it
on-
was social commentary.
Yeah. Show that the
I like
fucking
Will Smith. Though.
people
It
are
was good.
people are assholes.
It was cool.
Works.
I probably wouldn't watch it I wouldn't like watch it multiple times. But
No,
it was
no.
good.
Just
I thought about watching it again.
It was a good one timer. See, the UFC did something like a spoof.
Yeah.
Called,
Yeah.
I think it was called Fight. It's a spoof of, like the first orc to ever fight in the UFC. It was like a
Well, Joe
it was like a
Rogan's in it.
3-minute. Yeah,
has
he's
the-
also I think they either used the same. No, it wasn't the same scene, but I'm pretty sure it's the same dude, and they just like shot it all like at the same time.
Hmm.
'Cause, it's like how many orcs you gonna have come to your studio for a fucking fake movie? Yeah, it's good.
I saw it when it first came out. I really liked it. I would watch it again, but I wouldn't like go out of my way to watch it. You know.
Yeah,
No, it's on Netflix. You can't.
yeah, you can't go out of
Well, like if someone's like,
man.
"Hey, do you want to watch Bright?" Oh, I forgot my Netflix password. I'm not using mine. Fuck that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go out of my way for it. Like
That's how going out of your way is for,
Fuck it, I'm not-
for Netflix. Oh, you got my password? No, I'm
I'm
good.
not typing that shit in.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially
so
on the Apple
good.
TV where it's alphabetical. It's not like not laid out like a keyboard. Oh, fucking kill
Well, no,
yourself
if
right
you
there.
if you use your phone as a remote, you can just type like it's a
I
type
should
in.
do that. I never
type
do
in
that.
real life. That's all
But
I
like,
do.
why doesn't Apple figure out? Like, why do they realize? Like, why would you do it alphabetically when everything else
Alphabetically.
ever,
Alphabetically.
Alphabetically.
everything else ever is done with like a keyboard layout?
Yeah. Quick as Zoe. Redfish Vanish.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Even dogs can.
Even dogs can. I couldn't remember that if you had a gun to my head. All I know is quick as Zoe, redfish vanish.
Redfish what?
I can't even fucking say it.
Vanish?
Redfish
I don't
vanish.
remember that.
Yeah, RFV.
That one I don't remember.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
And there's like a colon at one point.
Yeah, but you didn't say the colon keys, did you?
I don't
Colon.
remember.
Like the actual symbol?
I don't remember that shit at all.
You don't remember any of
Not
it?
even a
What was
little
it?
bit.
Even dogs can? EDC?
Even dogs
I think
can.
even dogs can. That's the only one of those I remember.
Quick ass Zoe, even dogs can.
Quick ass Zoe.
You fucking quick ass Zoe.
Quick ass Zoe. Oh, you about Zoe? Oh, yeah, quick ass Zoe.
She's so fast.
She's so fast. She runs track, you know. Quick ass Zoe. You okay? Just poop?
Yeah, I'm just I'm leaning not to shit. I'm just,
And we can stop so you can go take care of your food
no,
poisoning.
I'll be fine.
Are you feeling better?
I feel much better.
All
yeah.
right,
good.
something
Yeah,
brown
yeah.
fell out of him a second
I'm
ago.
at least a 70. I'm a 70 out of 100 right now,
Something brown fell out of him.
which is I guess the sugar water probably wasn't the best thing to drink.
Well, body armor's supposed to be really good. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to help your hangovers.
Body armor was
And I can only
closed.
imagine it being like great for like hydration.
Well, it says the super hydration on it. Which,
Oh.
which has got to mean a lot.
It's good electrolytes, what your body craves.
But I mean, it reads like a Coke.
That's
so
what I
it's
feel.
not-
That's what
It
I
reads
feel
like a
like
Coke.
is going. Like that's what I feel like our world's going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Like-
was foreshadowing. That wasn't anything.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, it was
Straight up,
foreshadowing.
just yeah.
And
Tell
you
me
know,
that Trump isn't the. What was the name of the president in Anyway, it was I think
I can't remember
Terry
his
Crews.
name.
It was-
It's Terry
it was
Crews.
real
Yeah, I
life,
can't
yeah.
remember his name in the
But
movie.
he's just like a cartooned, muscly version of Trump. For the most, like if
Yeah.
Trump could come up with like holding a machine gun with like an American flag shirt, he would.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'd vote for that guy.
But exactly.
I mean, everyone would vote for that.
That's
guy.
what half the fucking country said. And some of us just wrote our dog's name in and then voted.
But I mean, it's funny how that movie, like you'll hear it. You hear people talking, like you're intelligent people saying, "I don't want to have kids," and then you hear dumb people saying, "I'm having my third."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this is what
Like,
this
God
is what it is.
damn it.
Yeah.
Anti-evolution here.
Because you're not having kids,
Mhm.
this is gonna happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want kids either.
I know.
I'm not either. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. Just
Right.
I'm a middle person.
Well, we need
Well,
plenty
here's
of
the thing.
middles.
Here's
I
the
need
thing.
plenty in the way.
I feel like the more
I would just make in the way kids if I had kids.
I feel like it's very hit or miss. The more intelligent you are, you're like, fuck, this is crazy. I don't want to have kids.
Yeah.
But also, the more intelligent you are, you're like, well, it could get better.
Gotta do something.
Yeah. Could get better. You never know. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would just make in the way people. The kind of person who you're at or at Taco Bell and they're like staring at the menu for like 5 minutes and you're like, come on, that would be my kid, just in the way.
just get the Cinnabon bites. Call it a day.
He stops.
Was a killer.
It's like a yield sign, but he stops completely. And you're like, dude, it's a yield sign.
Goddamn
In the
yield.
way. That's my kid.
You ever notice when
And
you're
I'll-
driving, you say the most angry things?
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, because you can.
It's true.
You're protected.
Because they can't hear you, and you're driving a 1,500-pound death machine.
It's funny.
I call people pieces of shit when I'm driving only.
You fucking bitch. So I take all the technology in my car because I have my new car. So I take all that technology for granted, like that, like the Bluetooth. Like I've never had Bluetooth in my life. When I first got it, I was very confused how it worked, and like it sometimes it won't connect if I'm backing up because like the cameras, it just gets confused. And I'm like, fucking piece of shit. It's fucking. I'm like, why are you angry at something that is so crazy and so new?
this garbage carriage of mine.
This fucking piece of shit car. Like I had like a cassette player in my last car. Now I have Bluetooth, and I'm already like, this fucking thing sucks.
Dude, yeah.
So lucky to have it though. I'm just a dickhead about it.
It's just you take what you have for granted all the time. Everyone does that. It's a real thing that just people do. Not
I
an
don't
issue.
think about idiocracy, and it's fucking go away. I'm baiting. He's just sitting there,
Bang.
just beating his meeting. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
I think we're going that way. Unless someone figures some shit out.
You okay over there? No.
No, I'm good.
Still holding that poo in.
Everything's fine, everything's fine. I got all the poo I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the poo. I feel like Terry Crews. I don't know, boys.
Oh, speaking of Terry Crews, there is it's like Ultimate Beastmaster or Beast Warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
seen
it on
that
Netflix.
on the Netflix
I've never
show.
watched it.
Season
though.
1 is Terry Crews. American Ninja Warrior.
Pictures like people. Oh, okay.
But it's
I thought it involved animals.
no, I mean,
No, there's no actual
Like
beast.
extreme horse riders or
There's-
something.
There's like it's a steel dragon or something they gotta climb.
I pictured it more of like a steel like kind of like tiger or like cat.
Either way.
But anyways,
Either way.
Terry Crews is the like American commentator for the first season.
Oh, is
Second
it
season?
not an American thing?
No, it brings in a bunch of different countries. So like
Oh.
season 1 has like Japan, South Korea, Germany,
Germany.
some other. I can't think of some. There's some other places. America is one of them. Season 2 has China, France, Italy, Spain, India, and the United States.
And they just do like
And-
American Ninja Warrior things.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Like I would definitely.
Pretty okay. You're selling it. I'm
I mean,
sold.
It's just toss it on. Toss it on one day when you're in the bathroom, like in
You're in the bathroom, taking
Sorry.
a long, luxurious bath.
no, like in the back. I'm gonna say background. Toss it on when you're like in the background. You're not paying attention to it. It's not bad.
I would only watch it if Mike O'Malley was.
Back to
Yeah.
you, Mo.
Mike O'Malley.
Terry
What's he
Crews is
doing these
cool,
days?
but he's like taking. I feel like he takes it kind of seriously. He's like actually commentating.
Got to, he's
He takes
getting paid.
everything seriously. Have you seen him?
He's a beast.
He's a large mammal.
Large man.
He's a large mammal. I think he's in what, Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, show's
Yeah.
so good.
I started watching some of it.
I haven't
It's
seen
very
this
good.
season yet, or last season. I haven't
started
seen
from the beginning.
I've seen 3 seasons. I don't know what season we're on now, but
I don't know either.
Oh, that's all I have?
I have no idea.
I'm watching on
it might be on the
Hulu's.
4th or the 5th. I'm not sure. But I stopped paying for Hulu because it was money I didn't want to spend.
Well, also, by the way, like you get Hulu for free on your computer, but to use
do?
the app on your on the Apple TV, I think it
Yeah.
costs money.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But you're still seeing commercials.
Yeah. You're still seeing.
You're
It's a
paying
lot
for it
now.
though.
It's like 4 or 5 commercials.
Yeah.
It's like regular
But also,
television.
like, I mean, I never watch any of the Hulu original programming. So, like, I have a Fox app. So I watch anything I want to see on Fox is on the
Mhm.
Fox app. Anything I want to see on CBS on the CBS app.
Yeah.
So I don't need Hulu.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Good Place?
I have not.
It's pretty good. It's a. You think
Does that
it's-
have
What's her name?
Sarah Marshall in it?
Yes.
Looks
like shit.
Kristen Bell. Their
Looks
name?
really stupid.
Mhm.
It's actually fucking great. But that app has like 2 minutes of commercials in between everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, whatever, because like, who cares?
I'll just
But
pay an
still,
extra premium for
yeah,
no
it's-
commercials.
It's funny, and they always play the same. Like they cycle the same like 6 of them, so you see them at least like 3 times a show.
Yeah.
That's a good show though. The Good Place. Check it out. It's pretty funny.
What what's going on with net neutrality? Have you guys heard about that lately?
Who?
Net
Who?
neutrality?
No,
Nothing.
Since like that, like they like voted down,
the original.
and everyone was
explosion.
like up in arms
Yeah,
about
everyone
it.
lost their mind, and then the sun came out the next day.
Yeah, I don't
No
know
one
what happens
died.
next. Like I don't know.
Nothing.
Like,
No,
yeah.
I mean, eventually you might start seeing upcharges somewhere, and hopefully another company will pop out of the woodwork and not charge upcharges and everything. Nothing.
So was it? But it wasn't. It wasn't approved, right?
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so net neutrality to continue was shot down.
Yeah.
So it was something that was going on from 2005, 15.
I have no idea.
What
From 2015.
they were pushing for it.
So net neutrality it was a law passed in 2015
yeah.
that said that your internet service provider has to provide the same amount of bandwidth
Yeah.
for everything
Yeah.
at the same cost. So whether it's a shitty meme site, just something,
So
or
almost every site, shitty
or-
meme site.
or it's YouTube.
Yeah.
They charge the same for the, so you get charged the same for the amount of bandwidth for you get the everything costs the same. So that was net neutrality, and it got shot down, which means that now the service providers can start charging more for certain
Whatever.
things.
Whatever. So
Right,
whatever is more popular, they're just going to jack the price up.
possibly.
Technically.
I mean, but then
Netflix is
but,
through the
but
roof.
the same as once Comcast starts getting crazy, I go to Verizon, and
Yeah,
once
yeah,
Verizon
yeah.
starts getting crazy, I go back to Comcast until
Yeah, yeah.
something else comes along.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be judged by the market. So
Well, the market judges everything, puts a
Right.
price and everything.
So-
So if the
Yeah.
market's on its worth, then
if
you change it.
So like let's say Comcast wants to charge you more for Netflix,
Yeah.
so people can either stop watching Netflix or stop using Comcast.
Someone's going to undercut them anyways.
So the second someone stops watching Netflix might go down in their price.
Yeah.
So it's like, so all of a sudden instead of $12,
It's only worth what you're going to
month-
pay for it.
Right, so they're like, well, no one's watching it because they're charging them more, so we'll charge ourselves less.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
and
can
that's-
charge it $1 million
I mean,
if you want, but no
it's
one's
all
going to pay $1
market
million.
driven. Exactly,
Yeah.
which is why nothing's happened yet.
Yeah.
Which is why nothing happened before 2015. Which is why the Sun came out the next day.
There's
and-
there's just the mob mentality freak out with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Dude, that's what I was gonna
Especially
say.
that shit.
Everyone freaks out about everything now,
freaks out hard. Like,
and then like once nothing happens, they're like,
petitions.
what else can we freak out about instead?
That's the biggest thing about the two-party system, because so net neutrality, it was an Obama administration pushed it forward. This administration doesn't necessarily want it, so everyone on the left is going crazy
Yeah.
because they're losing something. and they think that it's the end of the world, and they say it's the end
Losing
of the
seven,
world.
that's already it's a luxury to have anyways.
Right. So they're losing their minds. It's like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, no, it's
Even if it did happen, I mean, we would just adapt to it.
exactly.
You know? We would just adapt. If you can't advertise online like you used to, we'd go back to advertising in the newspaper and magazines and door to door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
That's just how everything is to flow.
If everything in the world doubles its price, we'd start sharing accounts. It's just so, like,
Yeah.
You work your way around it.
You adapt, and then one day we die. I'm just kidding. Just make it real dark.
Yeah, that's all. I was like, we haven't met up since before that.
Yeah.
And I just figured I was like, let me just bring that up really quickly, see what we could do, see what we could talk about.
And nothing changed.
Nothing
Nah,
changed.
yeah.
Nothing changed.
Sun still comes up. It's still
I
cold
feel
out.
fine,
It's gonna be like beach weather the next few days.
dude. It's supposed to be 50 degrees
50?
Dude, I will be in shorts tomorrow.
Hasn't been
There's
50
no-
in so long.
after this fucking cold snap. Is it called cold snap we had, where
It's a
things
beer.
were in the teens,
Teens, singles.
singles. Well, teens on like a good day.
Yeah.
Singles.
My phone just said 0 one day.
Dude,
The
Like,
negative
what?
bits.
I woke up and it was 1. One day.
My poor dog just walks out of the house, pees
Oh my
on the
God,
neighbor,
yeah.
and just goes back inside. I'm like, dude, come on, you have to
Does
shit.
he wear? Does he have a coat?
No. He has a hoodie, but if he wears it, he walks like. You ever like tie a tube sock around a? This is so mean. You ever tie a tube sock around a cat?
Nope.
Their whole.
I don't know, Phil. Have you?
we did to his. They like walk sideways. They just look hammered. So when I give,
It's probably like their equilibrium is like totally
it's all
off.
fucked
Yeah.
up. So when I put the Tyson sweatshirt on, he just walks like an idiot. And then when he pees on it. Someone's like, is it even worth it? But it's not even that his paws just get like fucking cold, which I get and I feel bad about.
You don't use the mushers like little.
Man, you think he's let me touch his paws? No.
No, I touch his paws all the time.
No, if we're hanging out, yeah. But if he knows I'm doing something to him,
Yeah, if you're putting little
I used
mittens on.
to put the little like balloon
Little
condom
booties?
mittens
Yeah.
on his feet. He'd be like, okay, and then he honestly once he lived with the other dog, he got all his bad habits. No, I can't put shit in his feet. But he goes outside and he pisses. But it's just like, where are you gonna shit today, sir? Which part of the kitchen are you gonna dump in? But
Well, now he can go
Whatever.
outside.
What's
That's
that?
totally cool.
I had a shovel. I had to shovel a path into my backyard for Lever to shit. I had to shovel
Yeah.
a path out and then clear a spot where we can do the fucking hot trot, and then take a shit. And like he'll do like I'll throw him down the stairs before I'm like, all right, get out there, and he'll run out, try to run back in. I close the door on him.
Yeah, he's a bitch like my dog too.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
if Tyson like hears rain, he's like, you can get me outside. I can hear that rain. I'm like,
I already
you're
shit
an
in your
animal.
pillow, friend.
Churchill's the same way.
You're from. Well, I mean, he's not a wolf. You're from wolves, man. Just go fucking outside.
Churchill will like, he won't poop when it's raining.
Well, if anyone like Churchill, you can't be too tough. He won't poop when it's raining. Yeah, I have to force Tyson to poop.
He like
Not like squeeze. Not like toothpaste.
One
brush,
thing-
like
one
toothpaste. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Dude.
drain him.
one thing he's been doing now is he's been pooping twice. And it's really
The
fucking
old-
annoying.
The old double dumps.
He'll take a shit,
You only
and
take
I'll
one
pick it
bag
up.
out?
We'll finish our walk before we come inside. I'll poop again.
Yeah.
Just poop once.
Leroy was doing that, and because like I only bring one bag, and it's like what are you doing?
Oh,
Like,
double up on
it's-
those
it's-
bags.
no, fuck that.
Like no,
So-
I'm saying like do 2 dumps in one bag.
I do that. But
When I do that. I do the dump in the
How
bag.
do you do 2 dumps
I
in one
do
bag?
that.
You just walk around with shit in your hand the whole time?
Well, you can don't tie it up.
Well,
or
no, I mean
twist it up.
because we go our walks are 3 miles, so like
Oh,
so
yeah, I
he'll
guess.
he'll shit within the first
That's
mile.
why
and
he's
then he'll
shitting so
shit again
much.
on the third.
If you walk in 3 miles, you'll shit your pants twice too. I bet.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
You shit your
but,
pants.
You guys poop together.
yeah, you have to.
Just sitting here, you've been shitting,
Um,
shitting.
I got poop on my hand one time picking it up though, so I was like, "Fuck this!" Never do it again. Using 2 separate bags now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the best you have like because I use just like market basket CVS bags.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the bottom. You don't know. Just go. You're like, oh, did you shit in my finger?
Big, isn't it? Great.
Yesterday, I found this little brown thing. We got a rock on the living room floor. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I poke it. Cat shit.
M&M?
Cat shit. And I was like, God damn it!
No,
Why'd I
M&M?
touch it?
Not a raisin.
I thought it was what are those fucking those balls you kind of like
Milk
milk
Dud?
carton? Milk Dud. No, it's not. Is that
Whoppers.
Whoppers.
If it was milk, I would have ate that immediately.
It's worth the
It's
risk.
just caramel and chocolate. It's delicious.
Worth
Yeah.
the risk. Just
Although
eat the milk
Whoppers,
Dud.
not as delicious.
I'll lose
Like,
all my
Whoppers are an
fillers.
old
Cat
candy.
shit.
I fucking love Whoppers. They're weird. I'm not sure what the fuck they are,
It's like malt,
but they're good.
Just
Yeah.
malt.
What-
Malt.
I don't know what that is.
sugar.
Just straight sugar.
It's fucking.
You can only have like
gross.
4 of them, and then you're like, all right. I'm very
You ever
sick.
put it in your mouth and don't chew and just let it like your saliva just kind of crush it, kind of like a cheese, like a cheese ball.
Oh yeah. Put the
It's very
cheese ball and
similar
you just
to
like
that.
suck on it,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, I'm done now because I'm throwing up.
hmm Every time we go to Market Basket, Caitlin's like, "Dude, we gotta get
Basket.
those fucking cheese balls." And I keep telling her no because we don't need those cheese balls.
The ones in the tub.
But they're in a tub bigger than your whole body.
Yeah, I can eat that shit in one sitting.
And yeah.
And your teeth are just caked. They have like a layer of that much cheese.
Oh yeah. Your fingers are gross, and
Oh yeah.
you have the
I
dog
don't
lick
eat
them off.
fake cheese. I can't do it.
Can't eat. You don't eat cheese puffs.
I don't eat cheese puffs. I don't
What?
eat Cheez-Its. I don't.
Cheez-Its?
I can't.
What about
do
cheese
it.
crackers?
Not even the burnt
No,
ones.
cheese crackers. I don't.
I'm getting angry
You're
and
a
hungry
Cheese
all
Whiz?
at the same time.
I don't eat Cheese Whiz. I don't eat nacho cheese. I don't. The only fake cheese I'll have is on Doritos because they're amazing. But,
Okay.
But that's.
That's the fakest of the fake. If you were like, what's the fakest cheese? I'd be like, oh, Dorito cheese. Or like
Actually, I probably would've thought
the
of-
fake cheese sticks that just taste like paper.
Maybe
I probably would think of like cheese was being the grossest cheese of all time.
Dude, you ever
But-
squirt it into your mouth before?
No,
You haven't lived.
I put it on my finger and then put my finger in my mouth. You ever put
I'm very glad you said mouth.
you ever put it on your finger and try to brush your teeth with it?
No.
just paint the back door with it.
What if like you're over 40, you're getting your prostate exam, and you go to the doctor, and you can tell like you're bent over the table, and you can tell when he lubes his finger up, you can tell it's Cheese Whiz. Would you do anything if you saw
You can just smell the Cheese Whiz.
you can smell it, and like you kind of saw it in the cabinet, so you're trying to find, you're going through and you're like, I need some tongue suppressors for home. You're trying to find them, and then you see the cheese and like, that's weird, and you hear like and you can smell it, and then right when he goes 2 knuckles deep in your brown hole.
I wouldn't do anything. He's the expert,
Our
or she. He or she's the expert.
I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question it.
studies show that cheese lubricates the anus better than lube.
Yeah, they're the expert. Which actually brings it back to our first conspiracy theory. Big
Knuckles in
Pharma.
the butt. Oh,
Yeah.
Big Pharma. Sorry,
Yeah.
got sidetracked.
Doctor prescribes it. They're the expert.
That's true. They tell you to do Cheese Whiz.
Pain management and shit. But you're the anyways. Let's. I don't want
I wish I could manage pain with cheese. You kidding me?
to. So sick.
That'd be awesome.
You're so sick. What time is it?
Time to go.
It's
Yeah,
late.
time to leave.
Time to us stop rambling. But it's a good ramble. Would you agree?
That was a good one.
I agree.
There's a lot of cheese talk, a lot of dog poop talk. I
We'll
dig
Get
it.
some things out of the way.
We talked about some psychopath shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sounds cool.
I can see bringing that up again.
No, I only got kind of deep into my 9/11.
I mean, I recommend like thinking about like shit you see on a normal basis. That like, what the fuck are people doing?
You know what grinds my gears? I get you,
All
man.
day.
I hear
Not
what
even
you're
that, but
saying.
just like real psychopath shit. Take my headphones off.
I think about that shit all the time. Yeah, I guess grinding gears is a good one.
Not even grind my gears. I'm just like confused at what you're doing. Like, why people do that?
And you see someone. Oh, which reminds me, I was driving down
you still
Main
recording?
Street. Yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
I was driving down Main Street the other day, yesterday I think, and I saw a lady walking down the street who just pissed her pants. But it looked like she was very hydrated. Like the front and back were just like you've seen someone piss their pants,
Yeah.
just covered. And I was like, "What was your day like?" It was the morning. I'm like, "What was your day like?"
Maybe she sat down in a puddle.
No, dude, this was piss.
All right.
This was 100% piss.
I went over there and smelt it.
I did. I touched it. I'm like, this smells like this feels like
Yeah.
pee. But no, it was absolutely piss.
Mm.
So I don't know what her day was like, where she
Uh-huh.
was just pissing herself, you know?
That reminds me. Let's see.
We used to have a customer at Joe's we called the Piss Lady.
I like every
On
place
account
does
of
that.
she pissed herself in
Pissed
Joe's,
herself.
and we called her the Piss Lady.
There was someone at Brigham's that used to go and sit in the booth or eat her sandwich and just piss herself and leave. And they're like, what do we do? They would clean it up and let it happen. They didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
She's gonna make her a tuna melt and send her on her way.
Works a couple ways. I was at the gym the other day, and there was a dude in the shower, the handicapped shower stalls, freaking out. It sounded like Tourette's, just screaming and grunting and hitting things. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then one of the staff came in, and I was like, is that dude okay? There was like clothes on the floor, and it was all wet. He's like, yeah, it's a homeless drug addict. He comes in like once a week, says he wants to join, gets a tour, asks to use the shower. He uses the shower, and we just let him. I'm like, it's kind of nice. He was like, yeah, but now he's like starting to like disturb
Really
people.
overstepping his bounds. Yeah.
And they were like, so we're gonna have to bring him up to the front and play the whole game. Like, oh, let me know if you want to join, and have him come back. And I was like, is he gonna leave? Okay, is he gonna like listen? He's like, we'll find out. And I was like, Jesus Christ! But it was like I was I was like, is someone getting fucked in that bathroom? Or like, it was loud grunting and just like yelling. Just you could tell it was a pattern, like it was Tourette's. Just drug addict shit. I don't know. That's where I do all my drugs. The gym. You know.
You got to.
Yeah, you got to. Oh boys, this was
This is good.
delayed, but I think good.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I got through it 4 pages, but whatever.
Listen, we can always start the next one. You know, we still got Tower 7 to talk about, man.
Yeah, Tower 7's the biggest part. God damn it! I should have just went right to Tower 7.
Start at Tower 7.
What? I should have done. Oh, God, Tower 7 is so much better.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, see?
George, where have you been?
Could have educated. Not educated.
I've not been on. Fuck, what is that website called?
Infowars.
Theinternet.com?
Infowars, not internet.
Reddit.
Is there an internet.com? Can that be our website?
Internet.com.
Com.com.
Com.com.
Com.com?
Yeah, but if you misspell one, if you
Cam.
fuck up one letter,
Cam.
Cam.
Com.cam.
Com.cam. God damn, now I want to talk about Tower 7.
What is that website called? It's,
There'll be time for Tower 7.
It's
We can start next week with Tower 7.
I want to hear fucking 9/11 shit every day for no one that listens ever. For us in our car when we leave here listening.
You can just record on your way home.
Just come here alone one day. Why is there a 7-hour podcast on there? Mark recorded by himself about 9/11. I'll just get hammered. Just sit here. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, something about 9/11. That government. Your government.
Jews, lions.
Ears hurt.